when it was Kemet, Black Egypt. It was a Nile Valley civilization. Black Egypt. It wasn't no Mediterranean culture. Like and subscribe. You gon' get tormented for 4 minutes if it's war when it just said Jeshurun got a false door in it. The Nubian flow, that's before Kemet. My Kim T got rubies and gold, and it's fit for a Kushite king. But what it look like, the green Sahara ring bearer, bring terror to your satellite kingdom, so they do not bother me. Scarification look like wavy line pottery. Kush with the black top pots, a rap top notch, and I could kick it till your laptop stops. I'm like Tahaka, Shabaka, or Pianki, the author's a father. Any cocky, I came down and out through the lands of Kush, living a pre-dynastic pharaoh way and marrow way. Kerma, Khartoum, or Simna by the 5th cataract. Now I put the 5th wheel on the Cadillac. So much ride, a white man couldn't battle that though, they had to paddle back. Black Egypt. Black Egypt. Black Egypt. You gotta look and see where the Nile started. Black Egypt. And how it was easier to go downstream than upstream. And which way the river flowed. Don't look at the color, look at the culture. Black Egypt. What you know about Dynasty 00? Roll through with Shimsu Heru on the standard. Ta-Nehisi, Sudanese G's. Try to test me, I'm an archer from Taxonomy. The squad ready, so I'm stepping in with the extra thin leopard skin. A tail on the apron with my crown on. You can crack jokes, but I ain't the one to clown on. Hey yo, Egypt was black, and that's a fact. All you little suckers need to step on back. They tried to throw us off, but we kept on track. We started doing research, but you slept on that. And we came in, it don't matter what the name means. If it's a black culture, then that's the same thing. Race science is a lame thing. Ever since Nubian times, I let the chain swing. How the first nome of Egypt was Taxonomy, but Taxonomy was Taxonomy already. Yep, it meant the land of the bow, and when Egyptians needed archers, this is where they would go to recruit them. I got arrows and I shoot them. Who them fake pharaohs? I uproot them and use Black Egypt. 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 Hey, what's up with the people? You know, I'm waking up from my old man nap. I was watching Pride Fighting, watching some Sonetta TV, and I always be falling asleep right in the middle of the presentation. Here we go. So I'm up and ready. I'm almost ready. Just hear these inaugural songs real quick. I'm the Rock Squad up, Magi Archers in the building, please believe. Oh shit. If you ain't Sonetta, no time for that interview, dog. I put my shit out for niggas, I don't send it to blogs. Clan kill off the Buddha, not being discreet. One puff, this big pops and projectiles between the sheets. Sun run, cold game, bring your cleats. The best flow blow, Eskimo, penguin feet. Don't need no blunt to burn. You run the turf with 10 niggas on the block. That's a punt return. Ayo, Dolomite prototype soldier with the solar light. Saber and he hold it like he hold a mic. Golden ice pendants. Sipping on that overpriced poltergeist spirits. Ripping at the open mic, quote the nice lyrics like Mama moved mean overnight. Golden motorbike holding on some Tron shit. That nice neon kit is on it. The king's libation with exotic liqueur. Queen's vibration like a Sada Shakur. A lot of decor, imported foreign threads, they ain't got it to store. Nubian Kush, black top pottery jars, 39% THC, the quality pure. Old rappers try to spit, ain't hot as before. It's like I'm 5 flights above, busting shots at the floor. Cats switch up their style when they ain't got it no more, cause they gotta keep their product in stores to feed their kids. See what that weed did? The yes man agreeing on everything we said. I smother the mic like it's the love of my life. Don't get sliced and beat with the butt of the knife. Brother polite, I say I'm animalistic, cause I still be in the hood with my hand on my pistol. The Hebrews think I'm cannibalistic, E5 divination, channel the mystic, audio visionary. Let's play poetical Pictionary, picture me burning down your missionary. Yeah, then I send you religion. That red dot on your head, that's Hindu tradition. Invisible, independent, intrinsic shit. I'll bring it all to an end with indivisible games. Charles Xavier, getting your brain. Mental anguish or manifesting physical pain. Wisdom remains to dance in the chemical rain. Breathe slow, then I'm up out of this physical plane. Got military machinery that exercise, weaponized greenery. Shine at a jeopardize the scenery, son. Bruh, the beam 10 times your distance. Inclines convention. Stop rising with no trend line resistance. The parabolic breakout. I'm F-16 with the aeronautic fake out.
The God killer, the God killer, the God killer, the God killer. It's the God killer, the God killer.
That's who it is.
The God killer, the God killer. It's the God killer, the God killer, the God killer, the God killer. It's the God killer, the God killer, the God killer, the God killer, the God killer.
Yeah, history. What up? Nice gear at madjai.shop. Oh man.
Thank you, Inspector.
They should have kept the beat rocking for me. Had it cracking for a minute. That's nice right there. Come through fitted, I'ma have the community kitty. You make that up, bro. Make that up. Ooh, that's so clean. Imagine coming through with them J's on. You know what's going on I'm talking about. Retro. You gonna be fitted, bro. No, you wear this with them Abju wears. Them one Abjus. You just heard them. What's up with y'all though? Huh? Everybody cool? Shout out to the DNA crew. We keep y'all fitted too, boy. Come on now. That boy too creative, I think. That's too, I mean, it's just, you can just show how creative you are. What's up with y'all? Wake up if you on the East Coast. I know, shout out to my people. It's 9 o'clock on the West Coast. You any place in between, about 9:15, whatever. You any place in between, shout out to y'all. You know, you made that up. I just been chilling and working. Listening to people mess up history, giving their presentations, just messing history all the way up, bro. Golly. Zion Lex, not Zion Lex, what the other Lex? Lex, that was Lex Vortex. Bro, you should go restudy your whole presentation. Everything you told everybody, go see is it true. You'll be surprised. People still talking about the Hyksos. Was it invading the army, bro? They on some old shit. Is this give me a second. Hold up. Let's play some slap. The beginning of the show. I know this song. Hold up real quick. Shout out to y'all. See y'all rolling in the building. You know, we could get y'all that knowledge with that hip hop, but give me a second. Let's listen to this. See if you could get some information about this.
Air Casual will go again with another tweet about some knowledge, man.
See, is this nonsense or history? History and music.
If I started kicking knowledge, it'll probably be finito, cause I know the history as it was given by Manito. Ptolemy, the first hotel, Philadelphia. One of them clowns asked me to do the history of Kemet, so I wrote that down. I broke that down. I penned it in Greek so the freaks could read. They couldn't match the melanated frequency, but he bothered me and asked me to read the glyphs, so I bothered him.
You mean you son?
Yep, I told him the history, and here we go. I said 36,000 years ago, it was the Zep-Tepi. The first time, it was the god named Ptah. The Greeks call him Hyksos, but really he's a deification of the Twa. Ptah was infinite. The first man had been here forever. After Ptah was Atum-Ra, who ruled for 1,000 years. See this here, that knowledge I ain't trying to hear. See this here, that knowledge I ain't trying to hear. So I ain't trying to go there.
Oh, what you mean you ain't trying to go there? Come on, man, you tripping. Listen, you need to drop that knowledge, man. I think people need to hear that, man. I need to hear that, man. Come on, we need that. Hey, yo, it's time to continue. What's that?
Next for shoe. Let's go in, let's begin. Seeing Medunetta, shoe means the wind, and Medunetta, that's that ancient tongue. I've been outdoing you dudes. Face it, young, I never get in arguments on whether Egypt was black, cause on the real, yo, we founded that. 999,000 raps, I'm like the SPCA. Jay, I'm housing cats, arousing your spouse about her blouse. In fact, my ladies get up, they stand up on the couch and clap. It's entertaining, don't mean to get off track, but my energy was telling me to just relax and bless the track. Dynasty 1, founded by Mena, but when it comes to Kemet, Mena's not the beginning. You wouldn't know how to receive a sacred gift, cause you're faker than that Hebrew creation myth. Adam and Eve, please, Adam and thieves. I'm adept, you're inept, you're inadequate, leave. You can measure me to see that the distance between us is longer than a day on Venus. You'll spend 43 days bombarded by sound waves, and the next 200 you're running.
Alright, that got me juice. I know what you're talking about.
They gonna have to go dig, man, like I told them last time.
Let's talk about
Dynasty
0.
See this here, the knowledge they ain't trying to hear, so I ain't trying to go there.
And Dynasty 00.
Knowledge they ain't trying to hear. See this here, the knowledge they ain't trying to hear. See this here, the knowledge they ain't trying to hear, so I ain't trying to go there.
Dynasty 00. Let's start there. You type Dynasty 00 on your Google, it should take you to Francisco Raphael. All right. Now, I don't know. I mean, this dude qualifies himself. Somebody say, man, let that play. Shout out to my man, James. It's Smash from Oakland. What? Stop playing, bro. You feel me? Hell yeah, I'm from Oakland. You know that. I guess you didn't know that, though. Yeah, I was born, bred, and fed, bro. Right on 8 Deuce. You know who Casual is. Let me show you my Oakland, bro. You gonna say that's you? Boy, let's go on and bump this one time. 1.1 million. Let's keep pushing this video up, man. For my Oakland people in the chat who didn't know this was me right here.
The mechanics. That's what it is, man.
See, we do that metal netter, we do the knowledge, but we from the town, bruh.
That's what it is, man.
You know, a lot of smart people in Oakland, man.
That's what it is, man. I made up the Ace Deuce sign, nigga. Ask somebody. I grew up on 8 Deuce Hunted with all my folks. Tall, LD, Roast, The Rock, and T-Dog. Smart P, Mike P, Boo, Stub, and Fred. Me and Bill used to kick it before Terry was dead. Bay Area shit, but it was really the out. We wasn't listening to Frisco or Vallejo. It was all East Oakland. I'm keeping it real before the dope game hitting. Niggas start getting killed. Now
Remember that? Remember that?
Since the Skyline Hills.
Remember that?
That pimp game got so real.
That's in the 80s, bro.
I took karate on the Deuce with Mr.
I took karate on the Deuce, family.
I
was in Eastmont Mall.
In the 80s, bro. I seen the real Mac in the making of the dope game. I even seen the Oakland streets before coke.
Bro, I seen the Oakland streets before cocaine, bro.
King on the prime queen. What it is, man? Getting money off coke and shit, and I see that there's some Oakland shit.
Shout out to my people.
What it is, man? Parking lot, smoking it up. On the freeway, open it up.
Town business.
What it is, man?
That's how it was, and that's how it is.
Them youngsters ain't listening.
Ask Beater Weeder.
Let him see the heater hit the block like Ricky G. I can teach you the game, mainly the loyal part.
The loyal part.
Royal Park with my boy The Rock. Me and Pac used to fuck 2 bitches to stay next door.
Facts.
Fear had that 7 do Chevere.
454.
Same partner, The Rock had the Granada. Cause Oakland niggas didn't rise.
What's up, The Rock?
Trying to get dollars, B-boys to bank robbers. Spot decoys, B-boys and straight ballers.
Yeah, we just chilling.
Niggas sending bitches to the block tough. Catching traffic charges, getting locked up. For pimping and pandering. We used to FedEx weed and charge shipping and handling.
Facts.
That Oakland booty made her look bow-legged. Airport 4 Ps made her look so sprag. To come up from broke to rich. Don King on a prime queen. Promote your bitch.
Now, I always point out, shout out to the mechanics putting me on that wave. Last 3 years, that got 1.1 million views. The song we was listening to before about the knowledge, in 10 years, got 2,700 plays. So what you supposed to do? You got them kids, they want some food, man. You gonna go get in there with your fam bam, get on one of them grooves and get out here juking. You ain't even about to trip. But this was my heart at right here, though. You feel me? I don't care who listens. The people who listen is valuable, bro. Like, you can't, like, the 38 people watching this stream is valuable to me. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't have 38 people in my house right now. It'd be going crazy. You know, I don't care if people there to hate or whatever. I ain't really that hateable, though. You could try it for a minute, but your passion gonna wear out. Well, I ain't really putting that energy out like that. Sabi want me to smash foods. You know how I get. I don't like getting mad and then just being myself. Angry black men smashing foods. Nah, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put up a link, though. But it wasn't no more knowledge and no music. Yeah, some knowledge and some music, bro. I'm hip-hop. Don't be mad when I get on my hip-hop vibe. How you going to be mad? Everybody ain't hip-hop. I'm really in that shit for real. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. So, where we at? Like, everybody people gonna be like, why you ain't talking about Egypt? Shut up. I said, let's chill. Now, we want to see if some more knowledge in music. Somebody asked me to translate that Egyptology Speak song, Do-a-Ra. But notice, for my people, I actually put the transliteration on the song. Now, mind you, this is my transliteration from about 12 years ago. But you could go see, if you want to look at the song scholastically, you could actually see what I say. I said, Anuk Atef Ek, Erdian Neda Ankh Keparuma Atra, Amenhotep Neb Hakakim, Rena, M. Shinu, Pasarad Nasu Bidi, he too witty, Nebamenta, Ankh Keparu, Sutan Netaru, Duo. See, I did the Sutan Netaru on purpose. But I was going hella fast, but you gonna see, but this, you know, because this is when we didn't really toil. About 2011, and we was just pointing out how this was all wrong and shit. But a Sultan is kind of like tied into a Sultan. But that's a knee suit backwards. But you know, this is what it is. I like looking at my old stuff to be looking. Do-a-ra sa-asa. Jedi Madu Nater Nefer. Yeah, that's what I said. But it went like this.
Hip-hop shit. You feel me? Yeah. New Carton, Netta Ankh Keparu, Amenhotep Matra, Never Kakim, Hotep. Never Abba, Papa Nuke, Session, Mommy Rock. Say my heart is happy. Never Abba, Papa Nuke, Session, Mommy Rock. That I write for God, Never Abba, Papa Nuke, Session, Mommy Rock. They say my heart is happy. And I praise God every day. To a rock, a new Cataclysmic. Ertaan Netta Ankh Keparu Matra, Amenhotep Never Kakim, Rena, M. Shinu, Pasarad Nasu Bidi, he too witty, Never Menta, Ankh Keparu, Sutan Netaru, Tuara, Sa, Jedi, Madu, Nater, Nefer. Yeah, Jedi, Ray and Kim, Nefer. Heard him, my mentor, Sayana, Saru. Neb, Key, Ray, Ma'akaru. Directly to the center of the cipher of the soul. I don't really know how to say that though. It go Aria, Heru, Wet Wawet, Imasa, Imra, Harakti, Ta Ankh, Ma Ankh Jet, Tuara, Neb, Heru, Jedi, Ankh Keparu, Tuara, M Jet, Ankh Wasaneb, Tuara, Neb, Gert, Newton, Geb, Tuara, M Dahudi, M Saneb, Anouk, Nefa, Earth, Netta, Nefa, Abba, Papa, Nuke, Session, Mama, Rosh, my heart is happy, Neb, Heru, Nefa, Abba, Papa, Nuke, Session, Mama, Rosh.
So like, look. I mean, before Pseudo came out, I ain't really had no problem with it like that, man. I don't be knowing why we be going so hard on people. Like, you know what's Pseudo, right? So you classify it and you know that's that. But like, you know what I'm saying? I would be reading them crazy books and shit. I still do. I know, I understand my life. But when we get scientific, then you understand Pseudo is really, really, really bad, obviously. You know what I'm talking about? But like when I'm just on entertainment mode, bro, I don't really want to be hearing all the real shit all the time. Sometimes I got an imagination. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be wanting to hear some creative, imaginative shit. So I like Dr. Phil Valentine. Again, I told you I think he should be writing for like Marvel Comics, or he should have a movie by now, dude. That dude is a creative person. But if you're thinking you're going in there getting some, if you think you're getting that information, boy, you're going to have me rolling straight up. I heard that fool say that one time he said some incredible stuff. He was like, Ra and them came down on the Milky Way, and the Milky Way was the Nile, bro. It was like he was explaining history this way. I'm like, seriously, cuz? Like, who in the world? I mean, now, it's people in the world believing that. I ain't that type, man. I can't even do it. Like, you just gonna be just like laughing and just people believing some nonsense, bro. Shout out to the elders who put us on our path, though. I was going back in the files. We had that one cut in the cut, but I don't know where it was at, though. I'm just chilling, man. Never mind me. I was about to go into Dynasty 00. I still am. But this old song where I was on I gave my pseudo preambles. I didn't have no emotion about what I was creating, but now I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it. I don't know what that song is. It was called Dogon Don. The Dogon Don. But forget it. What's up? Internet might know. Dogon Don. This is one of them songs where you can listen to the lyrics and see where I was at about 2012. But it's right on along the lines of what we be doing. Listen.
It's the Dogon Don, the Luke shooting at the rule. The king of the gods, so let it do what it do. The god of the kings, the lord of the flames. But I'm in mind of the ruler Elohim. It's the Dogon Don, the Luke shooting at the rule. The king of the gods, so let it do what it do. The god of the kings, the lord of the flames. But I'm in mind of the ruler Elohim. It's the Dogon Don, the Luke shooting at the rule. The king of the gods, so let it do what it do. The god of the kings, the lord of the flames. High roll high, hibernate for about 3-4 years. Backwoods, backyard on the gazebo, yeah. You don't see no fear, ain't no ego here. I spit raps that'll twist the magnetosphere. Your four-spoke chariot can't catch the royal. Entourage got extra oil on my Tesla coils, just in case they test my loyal as foul gestures. Listen, we can get it in like Moses and the Pharaoh's magicians, like Muslims and Christians. The Grim Reaper would come and kiss them like fuck your couch. Smash a shell toe. You go and tell, you co and tell pro. With hella ID, they won't ever try me. Yeah, used to be Panther like Melakazi. Yeah, my baba was a champ like Layla IDs. They don't wanna rap, they gon' wait till I leave. It's the dope, Don, the new shooting at the rule. The king of the gods, tell it to do what it do. The god of the kings, the lord of the blaze. But God, I'm in mind, like the ruler Elohim. Mr. Dogon, the new shooting at the rule. The king of the gods, tell it to do what it do. The god of the kings, the lord of the blaze. But God, I'm in mind, like the ruler Elohim. I nuke shooting at the rule, Shimsu Heru. She belly dancing in the stew, I let it do what it do. Made my first quarter play back in 92. One pop like rock when I signed with who? Now the seats in the fleet is designed to blue. Me and Ray go back like recliners do. Never mind the crew when it's time to do our own thing. Come back for the rendezvous. See, I seen it on my dream, Stella. Clean fella doing bad, but he mean better. It's the Nagarage of the Nagas. I lead men and they follow when they see they bless. Enemies, we pop at them. Break them down to the fraction of the size of an atom when I rhyme.
All right, Lex Vortex. Come on,
but
shout out to Lex Vortex in the building. We could get the show started. I'm going to open up the Zoom, see if you want to come in. But it's late, bruh. I hope it's late where you at so we can just build. And if you're willing to build. Because you just put out hella misinformation on Sonetta TV. You know what I'm talking about? I didn't want to troll you in the chat. I just was like, Lex. Oh, Lex. So you're welcome to come in. Get your chill on. Let me see. Or you can play us some of your music. I ain't mad. Now, when we do that, though, you don't bring that hater like we don't bring our theological conflicts into the commerce space. We got to know how to build, you know what I'm saying? So I know you got your bars you want to play. Well, let me see. Play them bars. Let me see my channel. I want to go right here. Or you can play us some of your music. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's not the Zoom. Hold up. Yeah, man. Cats keep messing up the Hyksos. All you gotta do is read the wiki right, bro. Lex might got some bars. You can have some misinformation and still have some bars, bro. Shout out to y'all. Hit the link whenever y'all ready. Hit the link when Kambada raw, man. I never got to work with Kambada. But I always liked what he was doing. He said some stuff though. Just a few mess ups, Lex. You still pushing forward the old concept that the Hyksos were this invading army. What's up, brother La? Yeah, I do ghost write. I mean, but not like that though. But yeah, I do. I definitely write for people. But you'll never know who. Not like that, but that would be tacky. But yeah, you know, that's part of the game. So I think I could take y'all to a video. Let me see. To help straighten Lex out. Del Candelora. Yeah, there you go. So I'm pretty sure you don't know about this scholar, Lex, but she's the leading scholar on the Hyksos right now. And I know you don't know about her because of the way you teach the Hyksos. And so we're here to dispel, just to set you on the right track. We'll watch. I don't know if this gonna do it, but maybe this will. Just in a few short words. Hold on, let's get my brother in here. Tell me when your mic ready. Microphone check 1 2. What is this?
Mic check, mic check.
What's up with Lex?
What's good, Smash? What's
All is
going on?
well.
Hey, yo, Smash.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember a group called the Exile Society?
Where they out of?
They were from Boston, but they they moved to San Francisco, and they had went on some type of tour with the hieroglyphics, like back in the
I do
day.
remember some brothers from Boston we went out with. Are you talking about Elemental P and some rapper some of them dudes actually got big in hip hop. His name is Czarface right now. Is that one of the dudes you're talking about? I don't know, but I do remember some we've been doing it for a while. And
yeah.
I'm getting
it was some people, man. Some of my people, they had like a little short stint with y'all, like back in the 90s or something. It's called LCJ Exile. They was called the Exile Society.
Yeah, in the 90s, Jive was running everything and hooking everything up. Once we got dropped, we start doing our own tours and stuff. So we was just going out with whoever would be hot in their area. So if they had something popping, we probably did a run. But I do remember going out with some up and coming groups from Boston. It's just so late in my, I can't remember that name.
Yeah. Did you see the show?
Yeah, it was cool. I wasn't mad at you, but I'm like, I'm mad. I don't like that you under the wrong theory still. You still think they was invading force the Hyksos, bro. You don't be watching my show.
I watched some of it. Yeah, I do. I definitely think they were invading force. I don't know, like necessarily, like if they just came in, like like one day they just invaded Kemet, but they were invasive, regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like they wasn't coming to be friends.
Well, it seemed the newer scholarship on that it kind of dispelled that old invading hostile overtake theory. If you look at the scholar I was pulling up, Danielle Canderola or whatever, I want to say her name right. I'm about to share the screen. Hold up.
Yeah, I heard they've been changing it up, but I think
they getting it right. You got to say getting it right though.
I think it was propaganda. They're trying to lessen the blow of who these people are. But show me what you're talking about.
All right, I'm pretty sure she's gonna touch on it in this one. I think she said right in the beginning of this. So this is one of the leading scholars on the Hyksos right now, and she'll say right in this introduction a few things we should notice.
So first, I
don't think I shared it with the audio. Hold up, let me see. Oh, Pan African James in the building. All right, let me do this real quick with the audio. All right, check this out.
wanted to start with who are the Hyksos. This is an important one. Hyksos is just the Greek version of an Egyptian title, Hekahasut, meaning the rulers of foreign lands. Here it is written in hieroglyphs. And they are a group of Semitic people who ruled the north of Egypt from their capital at Avaris, or modern Tel El Daba, between about 1650 and 1550. You're not going to see me use dates a lot because we're still really arguing about the dates in the scholarship. So we're not 100% sure about the dates right now, but right around the turn of the 15th century BC. At the same time, a native Egyptian dynasty is ruling the south from Thebes. And there's actually a very active kingdom down in Nubia, in what's modern Sudan, called the Kingdom of Kerma, or Kush. So the Thebans, those native Egyptian guys, are going to start a war to expel the Hyksos from the north and to reunify the two lands of Egypt. And again, so the Hyksos are a Semitic group that are coming from somewhere around the coast of the Levant, somewhere kind of between Gaza and Byblos on this map. Okay, they're easy to pick out because they always have this fantastic haircut, bowl cut, if you will. It's referred to in the scholarship as the mushroom haircut, so they're pretty easy to identify in the art. All right. So having done my PhD in Los Angeles, I always wondered why nobody had made a movie yet about
All right,
this
hold up.
period.
This gonna take too long. So I'm gonna go to the one where what's up, James? I'm gonna let you come in. I clicked on the wrong one and I want to go to the right one where she gets right definitely to the point. I'm sorry, it's this
Egyptian.
one. Redefining the Hyksos. So notice here, this is later in the research, and she gonna come out with the same presentation, but make things a little bit clearer for us. So check this out. Hopefully this is the right one.
Okay, so first question then is, who are the Hyksos? For those of you who aren't who aren't familiar with the Hyksos, Hyksos is simply a Greek version of an Egyptian title, Hekahasut, listed on the slide here, meaning rulers of foreign lands. And these are Semitic people, or Asiatics, as the Egyptians tended to call them, kind of an old-timey translation of an Egyptian word, but you'll see it in some of the slides. So Asiatics, people coming from the area of southern Israel, Palestine, Jordan, Syria, that kind of thing. These people ruled the north of Egypt from their capital at Avaris, modern Tel
I'm just
Adaba,
waiting for certain statements.
between about 1650 to 1550. That's something we won't be dealing with today. Chronology, ever-changing and more boring to most people, most sane people. So we won't be talking about that today too much. At the same time, though, so while the Hyksos are ruling up here, we have a native Egyptian dynasty ruling down here in Thebes. And eventually they're going like that. These gentlemen, there were 6 Hyksos kings.
Okay, here we go. Thank you.
Suit is just a title.
Thank you. Here we go. This is the part I was looking for. Now let's listen.
Setup. We actually know pretty little about the Hyksos themselves. So because Hekahasut is just a title, I want to reiterate that it just means ruler, basically. So this isn't a population group or anything like that.
All right, let's stop. That's the main thing I needed us to hear from the scholar, that first she pointed out that it's a Greek term for Hekahasut. And then she said it's not a population group. So when we talk about the Hyksos, like they're a population group, it would be equal to us finding 6 presidents and then saying the presidents came in like a hostile force and acting like the people who were governed over by those presidents were called the presidents. You see what I mean? And she's going to go in and expound on it a little bit, but let's just hear that again. That is not the name of a population group.
All of this sort of very interesting setup, we actually know pretty little about the Hyksos themselves. So because Hekahasut is just a title, I want to reiterate that it just means ruler, basically. So this isn't a population group or anything like that. These gentlemen, there were 6 Hyksos kings in their ruling dynasty, and they ruled over a population of both local Egyptians and immigrants from the southern Levant here. Okay.
Really, that's what I wanted us to get on, but she goes in on it again later. But that's the main thing. Now, you didn't say a lot of conflicting things, contradictory things. It's just us. I mean, then when you went into the Josephus, we could talk about that too. But it's just us maintaining, if we maintain the Hyksos as this foreign population. So when we talk about it, they did govern over Asiatics, just like you said. We just was misnomering who those Asiatics were, because you said a lot of things about the Aamu. You said something about the Amorites, and you was making a connection, I think, with the Aamu, which I don't know was all the way made, but I did talk to Zion Lex about that, and he had a source on it. So somebody got a source on something. Until I look at that source, I'll let that ride. But it's just the population group, mainly us espousing the old theories that were put forth by Josephus, that these were some type of a people or what have you.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, So who would the Theban kings be waging war on, and who was fighting if they wasn't a group with them? And
Now
how
you
did
got
they?
it all. That's all right. But so they was targeting the leaders of the people. So when we see them say the Hyksos, they talking about the leaders of the people, but just as it goes right with your theory. It's just a misnomer calling them a people, the population. So we're gonna look at these stelas. The population, he always went back and forth from the Hyksos to the Aamu. So he was basically like, okay, just like you got to get the boss out, which is the ruler, which is the Hyksos, so he could take out all these Aamu and get them up out of here. But we will look over that. I just want to give you one more source on this. It's from the same writer, but she wrote it down, and it's more authoritative. It's from the American Research Center in Egypt. So it's a source that you can actually reference. Now, if you look at how she said on here, it's the same person, but she goes, if you study fake news from ancient Egypt, you would consider the Hyksos a band of nasty, marauding outsiders who invaded and then brutally ruled the Nile Delta under the heroic kings and expelled them. But you see, so that just killed it like dead right there, the way she say, if you study fake news. But then she say, in fact, the Hyksos were had a more diplomatic impact, contributing to the progress in culture, language, military affairs, and even the introduction of the iconic horse and chariot. Now, I rivaled with somebody over that yesterday saying, hold up, they didn't introduce the horse. You gotta realize they're saying the horse and chariot combination. But let's keep going on with that. It says the story, and I did say that was from the Hittites, so let's talk about that too. It says the story of these two competing explanation reveals much about ancient Egypt and its mysterious group. Now here she's going to reiterate that. As a word, Hyksos is simply the Greek version of an Egyptian title, Hekakasu. So let's stop, because unless we're coming from the Greek perspective, no one walked around Egypt talking about some people called the Hyksos. That's just how the Greeks said it, and we'll talk about that. So it's a Hekakasu, meaning rulers of foreign lands. So it really indicated the rulers. Now it's going to say this: while much is misunderstood, we know the Hyksos comprise a small group of West Asian individuals who ruled North Egypt. And then she's going to go further, especially the Delta during the Second Intermediate Period. These rulers are recorded as Egyptian's 15th dynasty in the Turan canon, the only known king lists document their existence. So here's the end, and then we'll end on this. She'll just basically say it's 6 of them. Look, for decades, the writing in Ptolemaic history, Manetho, influenced our popular and scholarly interpretations of the Hyksos. So when we go into Josephus is refuting Manetho, and that is what used to influence our scholarly interpretation of the Hyksos. But it says preserved in Josephus's Contra Apionium, number 1, Manetho presents the Hyksos as a barbaric horde, invaders of an obscure race who conquered Egypt by force, causing destruction and murdering and enslaving the Egyptians. This account continued in Egyptian texts from the Second Intermediate Period to the New Kingdom. As Egyptology developed, years of debate over the extent of destruction and the ethnicity of the Hyksos people transpired. Now look, only in more recent decades have the Hyksos been revealed as a small group of rulers. Now look, we know of 6. And then it says not a population or an ethnic group. So I'll leave it at that right there, because that made the point very clear.
Yeah. I agree to some degree. I mean, because even in Josephus, Manetho names those 6 kings. But my point is that these people are not identified really at all, that all these people are the same people. That's why they always say this mysterious group What I'm saying, there is no people called the Hyksos.
So everything
They're
you
all
said is right, though. I mean, your present. Well, I can't say everything in your presentation. Besides that, if you switched and just said the Amu and then scaled back on the hostile invasion theory, that would still be a cool presentation. I learned stuff, so that's all I was saying.
Yeah, I get you. So I think it's some of it's propaganda. I think some of it is small hat propaganda, because that's their origins, and I think they want to portray these people as civilized. You know what I mean? I think that has to do with the politics of Israel and Egypt today. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's politics surrounding that story in terms of who those people are, and you know, and who may be their descendants of today. If we're saying that, okay, it was just rulers and not really a population group, I can get with that, but the rulers come with a population.
Yeah, that was the Amu. And so we're gonna look at it real quick. And so yeah, the population, I don't you know, you're right.
So let me ask you this though.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
They're trying to say that these people just took power through the political process. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
they had some skills. They had a skill set that was needed and enabled them to gain certain type of riches. You know, maybe they was, like they said, they introduced the horse and the chariot, so maybe they was good at making the trappings for a horse to pull a chariot. Because we had some chariots, but they was like mule chariots or something. I don't know. I'm just speculating.
But did you see when I went into the origin of that horse and chariot? I know the origin of that chariot. And those are them barbaric people that came out of the Eurasian steppe.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm saying, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that.
When you look at the way when the Sumerians described these people, even the Sumerians said that they were savages, that they ate raw meat. They didn't bury their dead. All this stuff. So how is it that when they get to Egypt, they just become these sophisticated?
No, they don't. You're right. That's what I'm saying. Look. I got so this is the TLA, and what I did was typed in Aamu, and it'll show us how they refer to these people. You can see right here, say AAM. So the W just is when it's hell of them, or when it's plural. Aam is one of them would be called Aam. Like, but Aamu is plural. So we looking up Aam. And you can see they got Asian here, right? So that's what is lining up with it. Now, watch how only this was the first one where they say something that could be positive. They say, give there what is with the Asian of the secretary. So whatever the Asian guy, give it to the secretary or whatever. I don't know if they took something from an Asian. You could go read that whole text. But what you find is after you go over these 79 attestations, is everything you're saying, and you could use within your presentation to prove it. On the Stela Aketi, I punished him Asiatics in their foreign land. So they already punishing them on the second time that we even find their name. Now notice here, when he say foreign lands, the term here is kasat. But he don't say heka kasat. So he not referring to punishing the ruler. He just saying he punished the Asiatic already the second time their name pop up. The third time it pop up, they look like they getting slaughtered. It say, his or her slaughterhouse was full with the enemy's children. The sacrificial cattle consist of Asiatics. That's crazy statement. Now here we got Nubians and Asiatics burning here. Whatever that is, they showing some rebellion against Asiatics. Here, dude got 1,002 of them, but I don't want to go through all of them. I just want, you could use the TLA too, and then show people exactly the primaries. Well, look at how we looked at how they looked at these people. Look, I uttered my victory cry on his back while every Asian roared. This is Sinuway when he went to go live as an Asiatic. So that's another, learning this story let us know a lot about how they viewed the Aamu. Just watch this. When you go down in this story, they're going to be laughing. Look, this when Sinuway got back to Egypt. It says, and his majesty said to the king's wife, look, Sinuway has come back as an Asiatic, a Bedouin creature. You feel me? So we could, the view that you espouse about them being some creatures, you could pull a straight source on that, and that's from I zoomed down the screen. Hold up. That's from Sinuway, to tell the Sinuway about the 12th dynasty. So look, now I just want to go to the one that we be talking about a lot, the Kamose, the Amos, but everything is bad. It say I struck an Asiatic. Here go another one. Look, my face turned back. We did this the other day on my show, and we compared Nubians to Asiatic, and you could clearly see that the misnomer of Val, they say Val Kush or wretched Kush. That's propaganda. It was really more wretched Asiatics when we start to look through the text. And so, look, my face turned back without me turning back to the Asiatic. I mean, they just not messing with them. But this is a cool one, brought by a singer, an Asian singer, an Asiatic singer. Now, let's not equate Asian to what we're thinking of today. This is ancient history, and they just saying people coming from the East. But I'm gonna get to the one of scrutiny. But yeah, y'all can go and talk while I find this one. It's Kamose. Here it is. Now notice this. See, he do want to get the Hyksos out. Let's go into the whole text of Kamose, and because this is gonna give us some clarity.
This is the point that the professor was talking about.
So this is after the end of the coming to the end of the second intermediate period where they saying, man, we got to get these Aamu up out of here, and they ruled by these Hyksos. So they focusing on, if I knock down their leader, you see what I'm saying? Then they people gonna get expelled easily. But
hold on, Smash. You be reading this whole story. This is crazy.
So I used to spend a hell of time playing Madden and shit. Bro. You know how I would play a whole Madden franchise, bro, in like 2 weeks. You feel me? And I would be playing all the games. And so that time was being wasteful. And so in order to know about certain texts and to know where stuff, the thing I think about it, the Hebrews do it. They know their Bible inside out, right? So I'll be like, I need to know the text, like the Hebrews be knowing the Bible.
To the whole family.
I'll be trying to show how to use the TLA, but let's look at what happened, and we ain't gonna even have to read the whole thing. We're gonna go to the point where he referring to the people that he kicking out, and every time we're gonna see how he call them. Now, again, we can see this is the proper text, Karnax. Let's go to the top, Kamose. All right here. And if we read it, we see this is the one where they talk about. I'm gonna try to make the words big.
Well, hold on, Smash. That said 15th, 16th, and 17th dynasty.
So it's remember intermediate period. So
that must have been going down.
Three families was ruling in different places.
Oh, okay.
And he down in Thebes. So look, it's like y'all don't need to really see the metal netter. So I'm gonna make it hella big and then zoom that transliteration off the screen until we want to question terms. So look. Damn, they don't do it right though. But fuck it. Excuse me, y'all can see it. It say bad that the great god Horus, he has appeared on the throne. That's just all blabber talk. But we see he represented Thebes right here. The mighty victorious king in Thebes. And this is Kamose going by his other name. Now he's gonna start getting to the story. And we're gonna only really address when he start talking about these Asiatics right here. So he like, man, this is the brunt of the story. He already talking about him. He's saying, so basically he talking about Egypt is broken and depart. Look, you say, might as well read it. His Majesty spoke in the palace of the council of the high officials who were in his entourage. And I would like to understand now this is his words. I would like to understand what it is for my power. Every man owns his part of Egypt, sharing the land with me. So he basically saying, look, family, I'm the Nisu, then I need to know what that means. So he said, I would like to understand what it is for my power. He said, every man owns his part of Egypt, sharing the land with me. A man cannot stop, literally come to rest, because his head is shaved by the taxes of the Asiatics. So now he complaining, he in the South, in Thebes, talking about the normal Egyptian who getting taxed by them dudes in the North. Nah, they supposed to be breaking bread to us, basically. So he said, I will meet him and fight. But let's go back to the Asiatics. That's what we're supposed to be doing. So notice here, they didn't say Aamu or Hyksos here. They use another general term for people of the East. It's set to you. And remember, we've been working on the TU, right? So, but I'm going to qualify it with the dictionary. He's still talking about Asians when I clicked it. That's just another general term for people from that area. So right now, he's the first time he referenced who he want to get up out of there. He ain't really talking about the leaders. He talking about the people, and he referenced them as Setiyu. Now, since we looking at primaries, this can be repeated. This is all facts. So let's keep going though. So you're going to fight them Bedouins, he say, and after they have pulled their tongues out, after they have taken a deep breath, they said anonymously, for the best is plowed from their fields. So he going to get them up out of there. He says, for our cattle to graze, I guess, for our cattle in the Delta swamps. He holds the land of the Asiatics. Now, what did they say this time? Ta ni aamu. Feel me? So he called Avaris Ta ni aamu. And he put it in juxtaposition to Kemet, as you see the Kemet here. It says, tu ni we hold, core upon, or we are upon Kemet. Okay, so if I click this, it'll be like upon, utter. It say utter, but if you click it, it's gonna say under. It should be upon, but upon, under, they said over, under, whatever. So he said we got Kemet. But I'm just pointing to the terms he used, that the population, again, wasn't the rulers. The population was the Aamu. So then we're going to keep going to see other points where he referred to them. Again, I will go north to fight with the Asiatics. Now he said the Aamu. Hena literally means with. So Hena Aamu. Now here, look at here. You see this Haka here? But it's for him. Look. So he's not talking about Haka Kasut. He talking about Haka Nakit M Kenu Waset in the middle of Waset. So he's the ruler in the middle of Waset. You see what I mean? So when we start to get the analysis like this, just definitely update the data. And I mean, I would not allow, but I would encourage you to add some of that to the presentation, because then it's going to be a home run. It's just showing that, look, this them Amu that the Hekakasu ruled over. You see what I'm saying? And so here's another instance that Haka in the Hekakasu could be attached on another land. To me, right here is Hekanakit, which means right here they're getting the mighty victorious ruler. See?
Slow down, Smash. Hold on. You saying this Hika is him?
Yep. And
he's talking about how he ruling in Waset.
Exactly.
So if you put Hika on another people, oh man, you a cold.
So if you put Hika on Kasut, Hika on Kasut, Kasut means foreign lands. So this was the mistake that we was making, because when we go to the Greek, they just say Hyksos. So we transferred that to a population group. You see what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Man,
but yeah, you do see the Hikal that he used for himself, and they got it right here as ruler. And so of the interior is what they used to call Kemet. This is the old name for Kemet right here. Remember when we said you see the cutoff head of a bull, Mkintiu. So this was before Kemet and right around Ta'ui. But I don't want to get off the subject.
Cola? Oh, okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, we can talk about that for a minute. Go ahead.
Yeah. So you saying that was before they named it Kemet?
So this is the 1716, 15 dynasty
16,
time.
17,
so this Kemet was already out as a name. But notice here, this land is divided, and he referenced it by its old name, which referenced the heart. He called himself the mighty victorious ruler of the interior of the Theban nome. You feel me? That's how they used to say, like, he just bossed up like, I'm the OG, bro. You see what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Like, I'm in the middle of the heart of Kemet, which he didn't say Kemet, because Kemet is divided now. Ipepnem is up in part of Kemet, and there's another family someplace else.
So hold on. So what is the three land that the name that is split up into?
Let's look at that.
So Kemet is where?
So all we got to do, let's look at the second.
Three of them, because that map you showed only showed two lands.
So what I'm trying to say is the everyone would have known the land to be Kemet after the 12th dynasty. But when the intermediate period come, a different family come and say, y'all paying taxes to us. Forget what dude in the South is saying. And so he represented like that. He can't. even though you see a Kemet here, that's when he say protector of Egypt. So he really is saying,
He's saying
I'm
that it's
coming
all
from the
Egypt.
heart, and I'm still the protector of the whole entire place. You see what I mean? But read it in English, you're going to get the same thing. The mighty victorious ruler in the interior of the Theban nome, Kamose, is, it don't say is, but the protector of Egypt. So he like, I don't care if they're ruling in the north. He just said it. Look, I will go north and have to fight with the Asians, the mighty victorious ruler in the interior of the Theban nome. You feel me? That's like saying I'm going to the rolling 60s, homie. Like he like
You
like
go get it cracking right
like
now.
I got it getting it popping. But not to get off point, he said Amu in that last one. Let's see if they actually do. Now, I love the Magi archers because as we look at the primary, those was his main peoples. So after he say the protector of Egypt, what do he say? Magi archer units were on top of our deck buildings. I had sent out a strong Magi rifle force. So he really just saying archers. I sent out some, and then look, what he send them out to do? For I repelled the Asiatics. Now again, we got Amu here. So it'll be, I think he may say Hyksos. Nope. Displayed at the end of the text. We have to go to a second part of the text. So far
that's an important thing right there, though. That part when he go back for a second, when he said he made the Nehesi full of Asians or something. Yeah,
look, right here.
Yeah, I repelled the Asiatics who disobeyed Egypt while he made what's that?
Nefer-Ursi. A nest of the Asians. Let's go see what that is. Let's go see what Nefer-Ursi was. Near Beni Hassan. Ooh wee. Because remember they always show those Asiatics going to Beni Hassan? Hold on. Here come JJ, you're gonna come mess it up. I'm gonna tell you right now. All right, I got you because we building, bro. And you gonna come bring some conflict. You much more than welcome, JJ. But look how we building. We not on that conflict tip. Please don't bring that shit. What's up with you, bro?
Man, I just want to make the point though. I'm still the same thing that's happening in Kemet. I'm talking about. This is just when like I said, I'm not an expert in meta, so you can clarify it. But the same words and depictions are used for different groups. Like one word never just applies to one group. So to me, they didn't know who it's just like the Arabs. Like,
yeah, you're right.
You got using the Iraqis and the Iranians. They just was like, these are just Asiatics, you know, like
yeah,
they
you're
might
right.
like.
You're 100% right. He didn't use none of the indicative names of a particular reason. He used the most generic name, but go right ahead.
So that tells me that they're all the same stock of people. Just the same way like we look at the Middle East. To me, that's definitely how the Egyptians.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. But what's happening here is we got a broke off portion of that text, so I'm gonna go to a different version and it will read longer. But we noticed that all of those ones that we read, here you go. This is a different version of the same thing. The Stela Kamose. This one is in Luxor. Let's see which one is this. This one was in someplace else. So if we notice that this one is in Cairo, there's N right there. But the one in Luxor keep going. Now we can just see, since I'm searching the word Asiatic, I really don't have to go back into the text. We could just go down and quick read it. Right here, you impious are impious Asiatic, you are miserable. So here they even saying they are far away from God or they don't live a godly life. And he called them miserable. All of these attestations match what you was talking about. I will drink the wine of your vineyard, which is what the Asiatics, and they're using Amu in every one of these. Now, to be fair, I won't find Hyksos in this unless I click into the text and search Hyksos, or unless we kept reading the whole thing. If y'all wanted to pursue down the lines, we can. But because I ain't doing nothing else shit, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I think the point, I think the point, you can see my point, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I know y'all don't really I think a lot of y'all think the elders' work is outdated, and some of it is, but
I don't.
I always
Some of it is,
reread.
but I still respect that. And I understand exactly what you're saying.
Yeah,
I
I
still appreciate
still
Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark. Definitely.
The Destruction of Black Civilization is still a book I got to read at least once every 2 years. And I just want to know, according to Chancellor Williams, he says that an influx came in the 6th dynasty of these Asiatics, and then like the major influx in the 6th dynasty, and then another one in the 12th dynasty. And that, you know how people talk about the beef, and I heard you talking about this, and I want to ask you about this because people always talk about the beef between the Egyptians and the Nubians and make this distinction. Chancellor Williams and Drusilla Dunsey Houston kind of spoke on this, that the beef wasn't that they were different people. At one point in time, even the northern Egyptians became too intermixed with the Asiatics. And so the Nubians was kind of fighting against that. And their prejudice, some of their prejudices against the Nubians is because they had been intermarrying, and they became kind of like, like a mixed group in the north. And that the Theban kings were actually the original Nubians that founded Egypt.
Well, they more, I mean, you're right, but they more or less wasn't talking about because y'all mixing. They was talking about this influx of foreign people in the land. So, I mean, you could say it like that, but you know what I'm saying? They just was like, they wouldn't, I mean, people would take foreign wives, but they was, when it got overwhelmed, they started noticing and writing negative things about it. But here Kamose, I'm glad we did continue reading, because here Kamose breaks the tradition. Remember when he said he was just naming them generically, but right here he say, I let apostles experience a bad moment, the great one of retinue. So now he didn't say Hekah. Let's see what he say for retinue over here. He just said that's just like great. Need retinue. I need to go get some water. But here, retinue he's starting to indicate particular places. Feel me? And retinue is kind of up top. And but now you wanna know something that's hella funny, bro?
And went out to Levant.
No, yeah, because he up top, up by where Amor really is.
Yeah, he done rolled out.
Yeah, he up there by where the Amorites. A retinue. If you look up retinue on the map, it's gonna be up there by where the Amorites, right by above Lebanon. So, but I'm just saying, this is the one time in the text where he indicated specifically. So he was calling the masses of the people generically, but remember right here when he getting at the leader, he called him the great one of the retinue. Now, again, so that got more. So you see, the first term was like Asiatics. That's more generic than the term indicative of Syria and Palestine. But let's keep going. He wasn't really saying Palestine because he would have said Peleshet. So he talking about like the greater area. Now let's see if he continues. I'm just skimming through to see if I see.
Oh look, these names come back from way back this far.
Yeah, bro. Some of them really don't.
Talking about Palestine is real.
That's real. Israel don't. Peleshet do.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I know you just saying it translates into that later on.
Yeah, it's a cognate with Palestine.
That is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what, Smash? A lot of these words still be going on. You know what I'm saying? Like that Deseret and all that.
Yeah.
Like
it's like the desert, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, what's going on?
Well, that's how linguistics work.
Right. So really, when we reading certain things, you know what? Another thing you taught me, I know this is
just real quick. He went back to Aamu just for the analysis we doing, but keep going. So he indicated the leader was from retinue, but he's still calling the people Ha'amu. I haven't seen a Hekakasuk yet, but let's keep going. Go ahead, James.
So you know how you taught us about the feminine T? Well, that's where I learned it from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that feminine T still, and you know how you were saying something about the Ebonics of African Americans, and we the ones that still carry the same language and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that we use that in gang culture to call women Crips, Cripolette?
And they do in
Blood
other
at,
cultures too.
and blood at.
Yeah, I think.
But I'm just saying, this is when I heard that, I was like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you say other
Hey,
cultures
Smash,
do
why
it too?
can't I post in the chat? I can't paste nothing in the chat.
Did somebody? I hope nobody ain't blocked you or nothing.
Nah.
I'm
over here.
You used to
Not in your YouTube chat, in the Zoom chat.
Oh, I don't know. That gotta be your phone or something. I don't know. Let me see. Let me look at
I
the
don't
Zoom.
know.
Let me look at the Zoom. I don't know. You should.
I was trying to put.
I'm about to see if I can put something. I just type yo. I mean, you should type something in the chat, James.
I see what you just posted. Oh, okay.
You type something. See if
Yeah, I can type, but it won't let me pay. Okay, maybe you just can't paste.
Or maybe Zoom.
Yeah, you did. You just posted R's, some R's right there. Lady.
Yeah,
but maybe Zoom got some link.
What, you can't put a link in there?
I thought you should be able to. I don't know. Oh, do you gotta click?
Yeah, I was trying to put a link to some music. Somebody said I didn't have no bars. I know Smash said he wanted to play his
that. Yeah, that's cool. I'll be chilling on the hip hop. You feel me? No, just play it then. Why don't you just play it? You can share your screen. I'm a hold on, give me a second. Let me hook this up. I got hella
make me a moderator in the chat and I'll post a link.
Yeah, it's all good. Let me see. I'm about to I just put you. No, you can share your screen now, and I'll go do that.
Now I remember Lex Vortex from back in the Gap, right? He was on something else, wasn't he?
What you mean back in the Gap?
Like, you know, like he been on YouTube like for a pretty good while now. But he was like, was it like a Hebrew or something?
Lex switched up about 3 times.
But that's cool though. I switched up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I ain't heard a really cool computer, brother.
Yeah,
I think it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have a path to get to.
Well, what you start? I started off. I started Christian, but what I remember, I was so Christian.
Out as a Christian.
I used to be like, they ain't got the spirit, talking to my homies and shit. I used to be like, let's get up out of here, man. The Lord ain't in them, bro.
right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't trip. I know what it is.
Yeah, I done been through all the schools of thought, man. That's why I'm the master teacher today, brother.
Yeah, well, yeah.
When it comes to
that's one thing I noticed, that people that go through those different schools of thought, they can't be, once they get to the end, they can't be beat. Because they know it all. You know what I'm saying? But I just like, man, I'm really thankful that I skipped all those other schools of thought and went straight from Christianity to this.
Share your screen, play them bars. You can share your screen whenever you're ready.
Yeah, we just waiting on him to share the screen.
I know.
Yeah, that's how it happened to me. Because when I went to prison and they tried to get me to join the Nation of Islam and all that, and I went to some services just to see what it was about, but I was like, nah, they some Arabs.
That's how
you know what I'm saying? So I'm still down with Christianity. You know what I'm saying? So I said, nah, I'm gonna just go. I'll pass on that, and I'm gonna stay a Christian until something else come along that I feel better with.
All right, I'm pressing mute to hear this. You got the floor, Lex. Let us know more about it. I mean, tell him what's this? This out already? Yeah, it's out. Okay,
man, this is 2010, man.
All right, let us hear it.
Yo, we don't hear nothing. Maybe he didn't hit
you didn't press. You got to press that button that button at the lower left-hand corner when you share it that say share with sound.
Oh, hold on. How do I get that?
Unshare it and then share it again, and then you're going to see the button in the lower left-hand corner.
How do I get the unshare? Okay.
Yeah, share it again. You're going to see a button in the lower left-hand corner, a checker box.
I don't have that because I'm sharing the URL. It doesn't give me that option.
Oh no! Why don't you just share your screen and play it on your phone? That way it'll work hella easy. Like just share your phone screen or whatever, and then just play the video. But you should click Let's see where I'm looking on my screen. They got this little share sound button to the lower left-hand corner. If it don't work, then and you can't put it in the chat, then I don't know why you can't put it in the chat. That's crazy.
Like, what's the name of the song? Maybe
You
I
on
can try
mute? You on mute, Lex? If you're talking.
If he could tell us the name of the song,
okay.
Oh yeah, what's the name of the YouTube? Come on, I'm about to pull it up on YouTube. Tell me what to search.
It's the Lex Vortex Show. And just go to videos.
What's the name of the song?
And picture that.
Word.
All right, here we go. Found it. That's easy. All right, I'm gonna play the top one.
You see picture that?
Yeah, but you don't see my screen. You don't see it on the screen. It's two. Oh, I see it. I see two versions. So I was wanting to play the top
It's
one.
a dark side in parentheses.
All right, I want to say dark.
That one right there with me with the hat on. Say, yeah.
I'm about to play it right now.
There's something you call fierce. Yeah, Ramsey's divine, baby. We gonna give it to him. Yeah. Check it. Let's do it like my attitude is changing. There's something you call fierce. I bring the truth to the game like Paul Pierce. I wear the green and white, but not the jersey. That pearly white brought green throughout the night early. I'm worthy to carry the torch, walk the path for them late great hustlers and taught the math and add to the game like flour to the cane. I'm bad to the frame. There's power to be gained. I'm strange as the black pearl. I'm black rain. My blackness unforgivable. The black man's pain, but the black woman's dream. I freak schemes and teach teams how to reach themes. You must crown me the king, bow to the street messiah, or become one. If you're not a fiend when I meet you, you will become one. Check my street features, street sweep you with a sound. Naturally underground, figure I'm a deep creature. Street preacher, place donations on your plate that's so raw. The feds in the place turn red in the face, burn bread in your face. I'm so calm lately under pressure. I throw them bullets like Tom Brady. Lately recall words from them 80s gangsters that never broke street code. Now they play these pranksters. Now roll that like that, smoke that. 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 Picture that, scripture that.
That's right, it's wicked. That's life, I live it.
Picture that, scripture that.
That's right, wicked. That's life, I live it.
It's strange when you approach life, you approach death. You stress smoking weed till there's no roach left. Lost like a ball player when his coach left. Look deep inside, cause outside is hopeless. Haters wanna bring me outside my focus. Little do they know I live outside emotion. Never standing still when I'm outside in motion. Scale take mail like a criminal postman. Subliminal criminal general, rare mineral, jewel. Yeah, you scared too well. Stories you tell, time wasted, hours lost. If bullshit was electric, your ass would be a power source. I'm the source of the hustling spirit possessed. Fuck with my mail, you must be addressed. I won't be oppressed, stressed. Thinking smarter, either you're a stupid fuck or there's something in the drinking water. Oh, Diablo flow sweeter than snake charms. Can't lift my weight will break arms. When I'm done storming, there will be a great calm. Honey drips from my lips for what I spit, create bombs. This song belongs next to King David's great psalms. Everything the law makes right, my crew makes wrong. Now roll that like that, smoke that. 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 Picture that, scripture that.
That's right, it's wicked. That's life, I live it.
Picture that, scripture that.
That's right, it's wicked. That's life, I live it.
You can't teach what I speak, achieve what I reach. On behalf of my seed eating, you will bleed when I reach. On behalf of my greed peaking, you will be what I eat. Mr. Villain, I'm comfortable with 500 million, not relaxing these days at all. I need some silence. Don't sleep, toothpicks It's under my eyelids, I'm high, kid. Pray for your power and watch as I take mine. Thoughts are too strong, a tsunami, it couldn't shake mine. A great mind, about to shoot to the roof. My words appear strange, you ain't used to the truth. You just declared war, now you seeking the truth. I'm seeking to rule the world when I speak in the booth. Listen, to envision, my game is risen. Knock you off track like a train collision. If your faith is in the money, we the same religion. The poor life is hell, it's the same as prison. I'd rather wear the chains of riches. They stretch further, catch murder. Yeah, I will flame you bitches. It's a shame you snitching, spitting at the cops. The code of the streets should be written on the hearts. But some have been snake bitten, roaring like lions. Y'all need to stop lying. Y'all make great kittens, and kittens make great pickings. Like a Chinese restaurant, I turn kittens into good chicken. Roxbury hood pimping. I carry the hood wherever I go. Break my leg, the whole hood limp. Now roll that, light that, smoke that. 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 Now roll that, light that, smoke that.
I can't even be mad. Hold on, let me see. Oh man, I ain't mad at you. Now can't nobody say you ain't got bars.
Yeah,
Lex,
man. That's
Lex was
old
rapping.
shit,
You
know
said
what
about
I'm saying?
two. That was like two songs, bro. You could have chopped them. You wasn't even counting them bars, huh? You just was rapping, huh?
Yeah, that was just me going in, man. That was like 2010. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad. You know what you say, James? You was surprised, huh? James, come off that good mute, bro. Yeah, I know James probably ran and he probably gone somewhere.
What happened to Pan African James?
Yeah, I hope he ain't fell asleep
Hey,
in
so
Texas.
Smash, you don't believe in Pan Africanism no more, right?
What?
You think
Yeah,
that's
I
a
do.
waste
You
of time?
crazy. Hell no. You got me.
Oh,
You got me
okay.
confused. I ain't that, bro.
I'm
Okay.
back.
Oh, where you was at, bro?
Yo, he said something about some Pan African.
Oh, yeah, no. But first we asked, did you get to hear the music?
Oh, yeah, I was checking it out.
Did you know Lex could rap?
No, I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I never, you know, like I said, I've heard his name, but I remember him from a long time ago, but I don't know what all I remember him for. I know I think he was like a Hebrew or something, you know, back in the game. Like I said, I'm not saying, I'm just trying to use my memory. Just say that's what I remember.
Here comes Jai.
You know what I'm saying? No offense and nothing. No, like I said, we all come from something, so I ain't tripping. But that's what I remember him for. And then he kind of disappeared for a minute.
What is you now, Lex? What is you now? What you representing now? What you teaching? You was talking about Ouagadougou for 15 minutes or some crazy stuff.
Man, Ouagadougou. You talking about Wazungu?
Oh, yeah,
man,
Wazungu.
Yo, Wazungu, that's the white man.
Yeah, I know.
Yo, I know you ain't representing that.
No, he was saying I'm on some Wazungu.
Oh, that's what he was calling you. Oh, okay.
That was just his new word for the week, I think.
Yeah, they say that on the continent a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's how I know what it is.
That. No, I'm seriously studying and learning Swahili, man. I'm
that's
all
right.
about that African shit. So you know,
hold on.
I think
you do know that Swahili is Arab and African mix, right? But it is the most spoken language widely spread on the continent. But
I don't know why.
I'm just asking.
I don't know why people always say that, but like actually there is a Swahili. That's just there's still a Swahili without the Arabic influence, but it's only spoken by a few people.
Yeah, okay.
But that don't change now.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know
right.
many.
I ain't tripping. I'm just saying that's what I
don't know many languages that
I was talking to some brothers on the continent, and I was telling them like I want to try to learn Swahili, then they just shot me down like, you know what I'm saying? They like, man, you know that's. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna leave it alone.
We got stupid.
Because they speak so many dialects on the continent. You know, they look. You know,
but Swahili is kind of becoming a national language.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe that African Americans should adopt a national African language, and I think that will make all the difference in the world in terms of the way we communicate and the respect that we would have, and the ability to communicate with our brothers and sisters on the African continent. Language is, so
got to start somewhere. So I agree.
And we never took on a language, which baffles me. Like, we learn every other language besides the African language. Like, what I'm saying? We don't learn it in school. People want to learn French. They want to learn Spanish. They want to, I think we need to adapt a national language for Black people. And I chose Swahili.
Right.
Because it is one of the mostly widely spoken languages. And we need to do that. And it changes your language, changes your whole ability to process information and your outlook on life. You see what I'm saying? And I'm sure SMashrock, even like studying MetalNet or whatever, it has a different effect on the brain. And I think when people talk to us, it's a lack of respect because we speak English. It's like you walking around with the badge of your oppressor on you. A lot of people, like, I notice that when you interact with people and you're Black and you speak English, I think it's like a lack of respect. It's like you don't speak no other language. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just like you're walking around as a slave almost.
Nah,
and
I don't go that far.
The separation between people is more language than anything else.
No, I think that I just want to say real quick.
If anybody ever hustled in the street, like, you know what I'm saying, you learn Spanish, that's going to take you a long way in terms of getting to the connect. You see what I'm saying? Like when people say, like, oh man, the Mexicans don't mess with us. So it's because you don't speak their language.
No, it ain't because you Black and you only speak English. It's more like people shun monosyllabic people. I mean, not monosyllabic, but monolinguistic, or only know one language, basically. You know what I mean? And that's what they be shunning more, because most people on Earth know more than one language if you trip off that. Except Black Americans.
Right. But especially if you only speak in the language of your oppressor, that's just like walking around with a brand on you.
Man, I know.
But we got Stu Peace and JJ. Let's let them tap in. What's up with y'all? I'm gonna look, y'all hold it down. I'm just about to go grab some refreshments. But I just want to say shout out to y'all. Peace.
I 80% agree with you, brother. 80% agree with all that you were saying. Language, African language thing, I kind of agree with it because it will show our children that a culture exists outside of this what do you call this culture? This Caucasian mountain culture, right? And you can learn to appreciate it because language is culture. Language is the fundamental building block of a culture, right? Because the Chinese who came to Jamaica and lost the language. The Chinese in China lost respect for them. The Indians who came to the Caribbean and lost the language. The Indian in India lose respect for them. You have wealthy Trinidadian Indians. They look exactly like the Indians in India. But because they don't have the language anymore, the own people lose respect for them. Right? We carrying around this title, African, and we don't even know 10 words in Twi, in the Ghanaian language. So how you call yourself African, right? The Italian American most of them know the language up to now. When you watch The Soprano, Italians Americans still know the language, right? So I agree with you wholeheartedly, but it might not be on the language selection, but I agree with you because it shows children that we're culture bigger than just this culture here. Because the thing about America is, because they get bombarded on so many directions by the media, you sometimes don't remember that there's a whole world beyond the borders of the United States. Somebody else take over.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. I think it's one of the missing factors that, people just don't realize the importance of language and learning the African language. We need to declare African Americans need to get another language and declare that their national language. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't just keep running around speaking English forever. You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense. So I agree with you, bro. And then, a lot of African Americans, some of us, they go to Africa and they be like, yeah, the Africans were treating me like I was Wazungu. And, well, you dress like Wazungu. You got the attitude of Wazungu. And you speak the language of the Wazungu. Just because you got some melanin, that ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but if you go and visit Kenya and you know the language, I guarantee you ain't gonna get, you'll have a whole different experience. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's important.
Well, I had an experience with, people that came to America, elders that came to America, and based on me just even knowing my history and kind of like even knowing history past what they knew, I forged a beautiful relationship to this day with several African people from the continent. So I think even just being historically aware can help, because some of us, when we try to dialogue with them, we're dialoguing with them from a point of ignorance, and I don't think they respect that either. Even if I only speak one language, if I know the history, they respected that.
No, but you know what we need to start doing? We need to start doing a pop quiz. When somebody come on the panel, we need to ask them before they're talking to list 10 African countries. There are 54 of them. List 10 of them. The average person can't list 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot of people, just like some of these clowns in the chat, like they're against what we saying. That's what I mean. When I use the term Wazungu, that's why that thought opened my eyes to it opened my eyes.
That's crazy.
It opened my eyes to how much people have really become westernized and don't realize how far they've gotten away from their own culture and people, how much self-hate they have. You know what I'm saying? Who don't want to discuss speaking an African language?
What's up with JJ?
Exactly.
JJ, what's up?
Yeah,
a kata.
Yeah, a cotton picker. That's what they call you. So I would like people to stop trying to paint this picture that everything's kumbaya over there, because a lot of us who deal with some of these Africans, they treat us in a very disrespectful way. It's all kind of Africans here where I live. Hey, how you doing, sister? They'll walk right by. Hey,
some
brother.
of them do though, but not everybody, JJ.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm just
telling my experience.
Come on with that
my
Hebrew
personal.
bullshit. Niggas do that. Niggas do that to themselves.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Lex, you just been talking for 20 minutes, bro. Can I breathe? I'm telling you my personal experience. I'm not Lex Vortex. I don't go around wazoo.
But your personal experience ain't got nothing to do with the general
problem
experience.
With you, bro. You always want to overtalk everybody.
No,
I don't get it.
I just don't want to hear
it's just a conversation,
JJ.
Bullshit.
Don't talk about the conversation. Just say your facts. Go ahead.
Okay, here's a fact of my reality. I don't give a damn what nobody think about. I'm telling you my personal reality. The fact is, it's not a kumbaya. And a lot of times I'm like, why am I even wasting my time talking to some of these people? I'm not saying all of them. I'm saying some of the people that I try to interact with, they on the job, at the store, walking down the street, at the goddamn zoo, whatever. I'm just being a respectful, humble person. I walk by. And it's because a lot of them, when they get over here, they have already been brainwashed about us. So I know that part. I know that part. I love the continent of Africa. So don't come on here talking about this Hebrew stuff. So you have a personal problem with Hebrew, but you're a Christian mystic. A Christian goddamn mystic who speaks Swahili. You're all over the goddamn place, bro. So
What
all
is a
I'm saying,
Christian mystic?
bro, can I land my plane? So you've been over there on Sinetta, now you're over there. Bro, I'm gonna leave it alone. 1 minute you're over there doing this, 1 minute you're doing that. I'm gonna leave you alone, bro, but don't come at me, man, when I'm trying to do my speech like you do yours.
Nigga, you's
I
an
don't want to
idiot,
speak
bro.
Swahili.
You're a fucking idiot, bro. I know
Okay,
you don't.
let me play you. I got a video of you. I prepared it for you. Let me play you.
I don't give a fuck, man. Get out of here with that bullshit, bro.
So you gonna disrespect
Get
me as
out of
I
here
speak?
with that. You
You gonna
talking about
disrespect me as I
I'm gonna
speak,
play
huh?
a video of you, nigga. Good,
Yeah,
bro. You bringing
how you 1 minute?
negativity, bro.
Because see, JJ stays the same. You one of them flip flop niggas.
That's because
1
you're
minute,
an idiot,
1
nigga.
minute,
If you
1
ain't
minute. Well, no,
changing, you ain't growing.
bro, shut up. 1 minute you over
Nigga,
here
I
kicking
ain't
Sunday
changed.
ass.
Nigga, I
1
ain't
minute you
changed
over
in
here
10
kissing the
years,
pie ass.
nigga.
Next minute you're making videos about her spreading her goddamn legs, nigga.
We're not doing
So
the first
shut the
time
fuck
attack.
up.
JJ, we're not
Nobody
doing the
want to
first
hear
time
a
attack.
confused guy who says he's a Christian mystic and an African at the same goddamn time. You are
Why
confusing,
can't I
bro.
be? Why
JJ
can't
stays
I
the
be
same.
that?
He's a goddamn Israelite. That's it. That's all you're gonna get from me.
How is that different?
Bro,
How is that different?
Look, like I said, I
You're
know I
stupid.
intimidate
You
you when
don't
I
even
come
know what a
around.
mystic is, you
I
fucking idiot.
know I intimidate you. Because you can't shut up when I
No,
talk.
you're saying dumb
You
shit.
can't shut up when I talk.
You're saying dumb shit. That
Nigga.
Hebrew shit is fucking stupid.
Let's look up a Christian mystic, everybody. We're gonna look up Christian.
What is it? No,
Let me
you
look it up.
ask
Let me tell
me
you
what
what
it
you
is,
are.
nigga. I'll tell you what it is.
No, I'm finna tell you
that
what
ain't
it is.
got, nigga. A Christian mystic is not has nothing to do with you being African, nigga. A mystic is a mystic. It means you study the inner work. You dickhead.
Okay, you done?
It means you
Let's pull up the real definition, nigga.
You study
the
information from anything,
Look, he's in
and you
fear now.
study the mystery of
We want to hear it
There's
just
no
one at a
Christian
time,
mystic going
JJ.
around
Wait till we
speaking
finish.
Swahili.
Wait till you finish, JJ. Come on.
No,
A mystic
Okay,
is
what's
what?
language got to
There
do with
is
being?
no Christian mystic
This nigga is an
running around
ignorant nigga,
talking
bro.
about Jesus Christ is a serpent in the garden and speaking Swahili. That's what you do.
Why not?
Like I said,
Name me another Christian. Name me another one, dickhead. Since you said nobody's
so now I'm
doing
a
it,
dickhead.
name another one.
We're gonna look up Christian
Name
mystic,
another
everybody.
one.
I'm not.
Hold on. Name another one. See what I'm
You're the
talking
only
about? He
idiot
said,
on the
ain't
planet
no
that's
Christian.
running around
Like,
talking
nigga,
about
you
your
don't
Christian.
even. This is
You're
over
the
your
only idiot. You just
pedigree
told
of
me the name.
understanding.
Hold up. Shut up. I'm gonna name it for you. You're the only idiot in our community running around talking about you're a Christian mystic. You're confused. You're talking about Swahili. You're talking about the dark side. You're mixing and matching, bro. You have no solid foundation. Who's your teacher?
So tell me how.
The dark
Who's your
side.
teacher?
How the
Shut
dark
fuck
side
up, bro.
come
You're an
in?
idiot.
Y'all hella funny.
It's an idiot.
Shout out to y'all.
Stupid, bro.
But look, it's
The
good
nigga
content.
is-
But we want look. He left. He ran. You made him run, bro.
The dude is on the verge. On some real. Hold on. This is what I'm talking about with autistic ass dudes. He thinks Swahili has anything to do with your philosophy. Like if you talking about learning Swahili, nigga, I can be a goddamn Muslim learning Swahili, you idiot. What's that got to do with anything? And a mystic, I'm a Muslim mystic, a Christian mystic, a Hindu, you know why? And an Egyptian mystic, dickhead. Know why? Because I can look at everything and I can look at the deeper meanings in something. That's what it means. Just like you got Islam, right? You got regular Muslims. This dude is an idiot. Then you got Sufis. Sufis are considered mystics, right? You know what I mean? So even in Egypt, it's a mystery system. Like you just don't walk into temples. You couldn't, back in the Egyptian days, the layman didn't know what the hell the priests were talking about. Even in the Bible, Jesus says it's given unto them to know the mysteries of the kingdom, and not to them. It's given to a certain people. So Jesus himself was a mystic in the text, you dickhead. This dude is autistic. So how am I?
Lay off the
the
autistic thing. Say something else. That's not cool. Well, something else.
Well, yeah, because I'm just saying he's slow. You know what I'm saying? I think it's slow. So when you study religions, right? All of these stem from the mystery systems of different places. And it all was done in initiation rites. So the people, just like in the Bible, you got the temple, you have the inner court and the outer court. This dude is on the outer court. No one can enter what they call the Holy of Holies except the priests, right? This is symbolism. Why can't nobody else?
Hold on, Lex. He gone, so that's good.
Yeah,
so check this out.
No, but
hold on.
But
I
it's
got
still.
something to ask you. I got something to ask you before I forget. So I want to know, what is your chronology of I guess history? Like what how do you do that? Since you study all things, what is the chronology of history for you?
What I mean, you would have to tell me what you're talking about, though. Like the chronology of world history. Damn, bro, that's a lot.
Even if you just wanted to do a religious thing, I mean, how do you start that? Like, who would be the first people to study?
Yeah, you gotta give them a start point, because you could be going way back to the Big Bang. I mean, or if you do Big Bang or whatever.
Just for who were the first people?
You said when do civilization start? Is that what you asked, or when do the world appear?
No, I ain't talking about. I'm talking about when. I don't want to put the word.
I'll tell you this.
I don't want to put the word civilization on.
Behind every great nation, I'm gonna tell you. Behind every great nation is a priesthood.
Okay.
And just even today, it's a hit. The priest ran things. When another nation when the Greeks came to conquer Egypt, what did they come for? They came for the priests, for their information. When America goes and when Germany falls, what do America take from Germany? They're scientists. The ancient scientists were the priests. When you go to, that's why when you say Greece, where they get their information from, Kemet. Where and then Rome gets it from Greece. When you conquer when you conquer another nation, the priesthood in Kemet always stayed intact.
So you start your history. You started right there. Then is that what you're saying?
What do you mean?
So do you have another civilization that you used prior to this?
Oh, I mean, you.
In your chronology,
to me,
is what I'm asking.
Civilization starts with. I mean, we could go all the way back. I mean, mostly the Kushites, but even before the Kushites, you go to the Anu. And the Twa people.
Can I ask that question, brother?
That's pretty cool. I just wanted to know if you was gonna be tripping or something.
Come on, Stu Peas, what's up? And then we got Lawrence Murray in the building. Peace to Lawrence. Well, let's hear from Stu Peas, then Lawrence.
Brother, what's your creation story and how long has the earth existed in your spiritual belief? What's your creation story? And how long has the earth existed? Do you believe in evolution, Big Bang, speed of light?
Yeah, I believe in
round earth.
I believe everything evolves. You know what I'm saying? But I believe that everything starts with the intelligence. I believe everything starts with consciousness, or what some people like to call God, but God is a terrible word. All things come out of what we call consciousness, or the what we call in quantum mechanics, the quantum field.
So how old is the Earth in your estimation? 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 years old?
Man, nah, man. I mean, I don't think anyone can tell us exactly how old it is. I mean, according to science, it's 4 billion. But you know what I mean? I think the Earth is old as hell. In time. I don't think anyone can tell you exactly.
How you reconcile that age that you just present as the age that is being significantly older than what is presented in your spiritual book? Your spiritual book is the Torah, right? Or the Bible?
No, brother. No. I burn Bibles, bro. What I'm saying is there's information in the Bible that's rooted from these priesthoods. You know what I'm saying? Like the Bible, the Quran, the Meduneda, the Vedas, whatever you want to go. These are all mystical books that were written by priests. And
how you base your spiritual system? Where you get your teaching from? from meditation, from introspect, from sitting down.
All of that.
No, but
Yeah.
tell me where you get yours from. Something that you made up
Like
on your
I
own?
said, no, I mean from studying, reading, meditation, contemplation, all of that. Plus, I went through the schools of thought.
Yeah, I think you got him messed up, Two Peas. I think he kind of like to round it on back around, kind of close to what we on. Yeah, I don't think he used to be a Hebrew. Maybe you thinking that he still is, but no.
Man, I haven't been a Hebrew.
Yeah,
in over 10
he's
years.
not on nothing like that. He's stupid.
So
you're
but
still on
hold
your
on.
journey.
Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example, brother. Now, a brother says, "Are you a Hebrew?" Now, if I was to say yes, I am a Hebrew, people would say, "Oh man, you're all over the place." But from an esoteric sense, yes, I am a Hebrew because I crossed over from the realm, from the non-physical into the physical. That's the true meaning of a Hebrew when it says you crossed over the river or crossed over the waters. It's talking about coming from the realm of what we would call consciousness or whatever you want to label it, or spirit or whatever it is, the non-physical into the physical. You see what I'm saying? So I could take you there. You know what I'm saying? Just like it says in the Bible, it says in the beginning was the word and all of that, and then the word became flesh. That's each and every one of us. You know what I'm saying? That's not just something. That's just not a thing that refers to Jesus. So each one of us is the word or the thought or a vibration that manifested into the flesh.
But brother, I see that you're on your journey.
You asked me a question though, and I'm explaining to you what my spirituality.
But it sounds like a spirituality is a amalgamation, a self amalgamation between the science that you know and the spirituality that you gain throughout your lifetime experience. It sounds like you're mixing up the spiritual with the scientific. Am I wrong?
That again, you say mixing up.
Amalgamating them, bringing them together.
Yeah,
I would say
that. I see what you're saying, Steve. I'm back with you.
Hold on. I would say that they go together. It's not like I put them together. You know what I'm saying? Like in Western thought, they compartmentalize.
That's fair.
Subjects.
He's earthly and spiritual.
Yeah.
You see what
That's
I'm saying?
fair.
So what I'm saying is like, and this is part of what I mean by, understanding culture and
y'all don't think that that's fair?
Hold on, Lance.
And this is why I don't think
perspective on life. Like biology is connected to psychology. Biology is connected to chemistry. Chemistry is connected to, and all of that is connected to sociology and psychology. And chemistry is connected to physics, and physics is connected to quantum physics. All of this is a holistic, it's African to look at things holistically, but the Western mindset compartmentalizes things.
All right, real quick, let's hear from Lawrence. Let's hear from Lawrence.
But God, what up? What up, Lance?
You there, Murray? I thought you had chirped in and said you don't think that's fair. Maybe his phone had.
No. But I don't know. But let me say, I don't think it's fair either. Because spirituality can only answer spiritual questions, and science can only answer scientific questions. You can't use science to refer to the spiritual, and you can't use spiritual to refer to the science. Right? They are two separate things. And although we come from this, although philosophy was the first original thing, and from philosophy we get science. Philosophy has been separated from science hundreds of years ago.
Who did
because
that?
There's no, I cannot measure what Socrates was thinking.
Exactly.
When Socrates came up with something. So therefore, science is based on measurement, and philosophy is based on consciousness.
No, that's
two
material
separate
science.
Hold on, you gotta have a consciousness before you have a derivement to even desire to figure out the science portion of what you're experiencing, what you're talking about. They go hand in hand, brother.
Yeah,
you got to have a
what
conscious
he's
thought
saying
first.
he's saying that science is separated from philosophy. That's not true, brother. All right, because you said science is only dealing with things that are measured. That's modern material science that says they only dealing with things that can be measured. And so that's what they stop. That's not true though. Because even now in quantum physics, they're dealing with things that can't be measured, but they have mathematical equations to express them. So when you look in the physical world that you say can only be measured, the physical world is now known to be made up of things that they can't measure, but they know how they function mathematically. Brother, hold on, listen. But you gotta understand. They know how they have mathematical equations to describe the function, but they can't measure a way. So when you talk about the physical world and vibration, you can't separate those two things. But because they can't come up with a formula and harness it like they want to, they say we're not going to deal with it because the Western mind wants to be able to control everything. So if they can't control it and harness it, they're going to say we're not dealing with it.
I wasn't laughing at you.
That's because
I was listening to reading the chat. I ain't trying to cut you off. But we got to let everybody get a bar in. Let's let Lawrence say what he was saying in just two pieces.
Yeah, I know Lawrence.
What's good, brother?
I'm trying to let you get your bars off real quick.
Yeah, I was just saying, bro, that you had. I came on here because you asked him about the line, the timeline, or something like that. What did you say?
I think it was Stupides who asked him about his chronology.
The chronology. And I wanted to say we're going to run into a problem when we try to figure out chronology, because there are cataclysmic events that resets humanity over and over again. You feel what I'm saying? So when we dig and we find let's say Egypt, people don't really realize that Egypt just got dug out of sand in the 1800s. But prior to that, it was also in sand before a sultan dug it out, blew a hole in the side to get inside of there, then sealed it back up. Like sand comes from ocean. That means that that place had to have ocean water over it in order for sand to be there. It doesn't come from dryness. You feel what I'm saying? So there are constant cataclysmic events that occur in humanity's in the existence of humanity, and according to my findings, that every time the earth resets, the humans are not the same. The dogs, the animals are not the same. The vegetables, the fruit are not the same.
All right, well, I will ask you, before I want to play a quick commercial break, just to get this video off, but I will ask you, in your studies, how many times do you think this reset has occurred?
6.
6 times? And you got, all right, after this break, hopefully you got something to show us about that, because that's very interesting. I do got something along those lines that will support the things you're saying, and I'll put it out there now. It's what the Egyptian priests...
Mayans.
Well, it was one Egyptian priest who said to Solon, we have an account of Solon getting sunned when he went to Egypt. He was a Greek sage, and he told the people when he got back that they said that their people were the youngest on earth, particularly because they only recalled one flood. And basically he's saying this cataclysmic event that y'all keep talking about, we can recall hell of those. And so that is a source on that. But I'm going to play this video real quick. Real quick. Let me get this off, and then let's come back and build on that a little bit. For the request in the crowd, for the people who want to see this video, we could talk about this too. Hold up.
Name me one for the last 5,000 years of history. You name me one kinky-haired people who ever set up camp in North Africa in these lands above.
Go lay down. Yeah. Go lay
tell us that, right? Herodotus tells us that.
Name me one.
He says the Ethiopians and the Garamantes are indigenous to North Africa, and that, of course, the Phoenicians and the Greeks are not.
Lay down.
But he makes it very clear that people they call Ethiopians are indigenous to North Africa, and Northwest Africa in particular.
Egypt, Libya, Algeria.
Indigenous to North Africa.
Oh my God! Morocco, Algeria. Name one black people in the last 5,000 years who set up camp here or around here, the Levant, the Near East, Turkey, Egypt, anywhere around here, you know what I'm saying? Anywhere around here or across North Africa, name one.
The Ethiopians and the Garamantes are indigenous to North Africa.
If you want to debate that, you'll get truly exposed.
Anywhere around here or across North Africa, name one in 5,000 years.
I am a black Egyptian. My father is much darker than I am. My mother is lighter than I am.
Name one.
The ancient Egyptian civilization was a black civilization, and ancient Egyptians were black according to the Greek scholars and the Roman scholars. Ancient Egypt became white only in the 19th century and in the 20th century.
Go lay down.
The archaeologists often refer to, and I've been there, to connections between ancient Egyptian culture and the Sumerian culture and the Crete culture and the Persian culture. Yet when you visit Egypt, especially around Aswan in the southern part of the Nile, you see mostly black people.
I was chilling and laying down in bed. My pajamas on.
He really was laying down.
I was chilling and laying down in bed. So my pajamas.
Lay down.
This nigga is a
I was chilling and laying down in bed.
He don't know how bad he looks.
Okay, so just let me get it right.
We know from the anthropological evidence that the people just predating the dynastic civilization in the Nabta Playa region were black African people.
The Nile River or Nile Valley River, I was chilling and laying down in bed. It's because they were able to travel up and down the Nile by boat. From the first cataract up into the Mediterranean Sea. My pajamas on.
This idea, this like sort of continually trying to find this idea of, separating out North Africa from sub-Saharan, as if the Sahara was the impermeable boundary that nobody could get through, is really a continually problematic type of argument. Particularly since we have early texts that tell us that, right, Herodotus tells us that. He says the Ethiopians and the Garamantes are indigenous to North Africa, and that, of course, the Phoenicians and the Greeks are not.
See, in Sudan, it's not considered a river civilization because they can't travel up and down from all them cataracts, the 6 cataracts to the first cataract like that. Because there's shallow waters, there's rocks, and there's, they call, is it a waterfall? Waterfall.
Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to.
I just found that video on YouTube.
So a lot of Nubian evidence in Egypt. So on the screen you can see a list of sites where there is some Nubian evidence from the earliest phases of Egyptian culture, or from the earliest phases of the Egyptian timeline, I should say, so the pre-dynastic period through to the beginning of the New Kingdom.
My pajamas on.
And so this demonstrates that the first cataract wasn't actually a barrier to Nubian culture getting into Egypt, that the boundary was quite fluid and permeable. And it shows us also that these Nubian cultures were a long part of the Egyptian social and cultural landscape, so that they can't really be separated out in this sort of Egypt and Nubia way that we...
Any of y'all who think DNA disagrees don't know nothing about DNA or how they use it to manipulate data. They have taken no DNA samples from the areas of the founding civilizations of Egypt. Actually, they blocked the request for those samples. See? So Christopher Eric just got through telling y'all how, man, godly. We gotta hop around videos for people. For real. Like I love just going from video to video when
this is the math for chop-ups, man.
Yeah, they be
Man, I can't believe
Let me play devil's advocate.
That dude is an idiot, bro. Like, I don't know what his purpose. Like, he's a coon. God damn, bro.
I don't believe. I don't agree with Chief X. I don't agree with Chief X completely. But no.
Your mic went out. Your mic went out. Damn. Stu Pease, you there?
Yo, Smash, you playing video, and I got a treat for you.
Is it from
That's what I'm saying. I got something.
If the videos is from if they from
institution.
academic institutions, they ain't gonna hate.
A hybrid culture, the result of hybridization from the Persian.
So your mic keep going out, but I'm gonna just give them some information about this DNA. Then I do want to talk about that because my man said 6 cataclysmic events, and that's gonna take us in a direction. But I wouldn't mind going that direction. But this is for the people.
Hey, Smash, before y'all get into that 6 cataclysmic after that, I got a quick 2-minute video, pseudo killer video that I want to play, if that's all right.
Oh, it's all good. Whose channel is it from?
It's like Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I mean, I don't know if
it's public. It's public.
If it's I only be playing stuff from you be playing it on your channel. Because I only play things from scholastic institutions. They seem to never trip off you sharing the information. They hit me once, and so I'll be kind of sensitive. I know if I get something like that, I at least want to be knowing I did it, not nobody else played it. But this is what I want to play for the people who don't understand how DNA is all about your sample size, really. And we even know that for them trying to map our genetics. But if you go get all samples from North Egypt, particularly an area where migrants came in and populated, that's an easy way to manipulate the data and then write a report and say, oh, you know who the ancient Egyptians are. Now, if you want to hear this from somebody because you might say, I'm on some conspiracy theory shit.
Whole new bodies
so listen to him say
evidence
this.
Revealed the foundational periods of ancient Egypt. It's somewhat...
All right, here we go. Look, about the recent genetics article, since Katz was in the chat, bold enough to be saying, since they get locked down by scholarship, they say, well, DNA disagrees. Well, look at what the DNA say.
By the way, this is just going off here for a second. Some of you may have seen or heard about a recent genetics article that makes the ancient Egyptians out to be Levantines. Let me be very clear, these findings come from one locale in a large stretch of possible locales in northern Egypt, and the finds date well after the foundational periods of ancient Egypt. It's somewhat as if, I was thinking of this particular image, rather than investigating DNA from a 17th century cemetery in Plymouth, we instead choose to investigate DNA from a later 19th century cemetery in South Boston. And then we conclude, having done that the United States was founded by people of Irish descent, and that Americans were predominantly are predominantly Irish.
Yeah, that's like them going to just trying to see who the original Americans were, and they go to Inglewood, California, right? You feel me? And they go to the grave and get the grave of where they know Tukey and them was at. Oh, excuse me, or some other people who was gangsters. You know what I'm saying? And then they say, oh, America was ruled by gangsters. Well, that's the same, founded by gangsters. Well, that's the same exact thing he telling you here. And it's the same thing they did with that modern DNA study. My man Venice doesn't think that discredit the study, but it does, because the study even admitted that. So it doesn't discredit the study. People don't admit that the study put that out as its caveat. People just run by that. And he's about to say that too. Listen.
Well, that isn't necessarily how the writers of the article meant it to be interpreted, but that's certainly the way I've had people interpreting it to me.
That's what I mean. The caveat is they didn't want it to be interpreted that way. But people leave out their caveat when they tell you in the test, like, look, we only sampled a few people from North Egypt. And that ain't where Egypt started. But yeah, that was just my little response to that.
Yeah, but that was what I was saying about that Cell Journal article. When I read that, that was the same thing. Like, how you gonna take 5 countries and it's 54 countries? Well, I wouldn't even count the North because we already know what's up there. But why wouldn't you count all of those other 40 countries and then come up with your analysis? That's what you want to do. Mm-hmm. But yo, check this out, Smash. I got a treat for you. Oh man, hold on. Wait, I don't need to mess up. Okay, hold on here.
What it's gonna say? Okay, yeah.
Okay, this is the video I was
showing. Linda Law Library. Okay.
Okay, now check this out. This is me right here. I done time stamped and went back. Now it says what happened.
What up, bro?
When Africans
what's up with it? Who's that? That's Gozy?
Yeah,
this is Gozy.
What's up with it?
Yeah, why? But don't even say that. I'm finna share a video real quick. But anyway, hold on. Let me just share this real quick.
Pan African James. What's up, bro? Hey, Pan African James, what's the problem with?
Hold on, man. I'm trying to share a video, man. Like, why aren't you talking? Golly. Golly.
It's a good Friday. What is it? Friday? It's Saturday night.
He
we
just
chilling.
showed up for I could do anything.
It's Saturday night. We chilling. Come on, man.
He was like flash up on the joint. Like, yo, bam. Like, right, yo, can the man speak or not? And go.
I don't know what night it is, but go ahead and play your video. Play your video.
Man speak for itself. Smash. Hold on. So what happened? Okay, now watch this. So this is, it says, I put the parentheses, what happened when Africans met Neanderthals circa 7,000 years ago? Watch this.
You didn't press the sound button, bro.
Oh, man.
Just unshare it and share it again. See, now Gozy get to go. What's up, Gozy?
I'm trying to figure out what.
Oh, damn, you in the Matrix.
Neanderthal cousins, bro.
You got to start over. Your phone was messed up. Start over. Your phone was messed up. Start over. What you say?
Hey, I'm on a roll. I'm just saying, what's wrong with our Neanderthal cousins? Why do you hate our Neanderthal cousins so much? What is wrong with them?
The question is, why do you love them?
You Africans who left out and wiped them people out.
We can't really hear you. It's really breaking up bad. Let's try to play the video and see. You might get to a better area. You might.
Let me hang up the call.
Yeah, you might get to a better area while he play the video. Go play the video.
Hold on, can y'all hear the video? Okay, just check this out, man.
First press play though. You ain't pressing play.
But what happened?
There we go.
When our ancestors came out and met the folk already there. The Neanderthals. Was it something like this? Probably not. But we definitely overlap with them. And so it was this question. Did we kill them? Did we beat them up? What happened to them? Okay, and it's difficult to know, right? I mean, this is the anatomical difference. These guys just much heavier boned, adapted to a northern climate, and by the way, bigger brains than us. Swept back, they were sort of pre-adapted for doing one of those downhill sledding events in the Winter Olympics. But anatomy won't get you very far, and I'm a geneticist. What's exciting, and what I'm going to spend the next 5 or 10 minutes talking about, the final 5 or 10 minutes about talking about, is ancient DNA. We now have the technology. I sound like the, what was he called? $6 million man. We now have the technology to take DNA from a 30,000-year-old Neanderthal bone and analyze it just as we would your DNA.
So hold on, let me stop now. He's starting at 30,000. Watch this.
Okay. And this is really recent. So it's super tricky. But this is 2010. We had 1, 2 studies of ancient DNA. 2011, still not much. 2012, just getting up there. 2013, a few more. Getting better. 2015, whoa. So this is a major, so this is the latest, this is a major growth industry, and we're just getting all this extraordinary information, and it's all super.
So anyway, so he's showing
he's doing good. I'm on the keep listening.
I'm just gonna skip on up a little bit.
But ain't that
30,000 year mark? I'm going.
All right, go ahead. But I'm just saying though, that was good, and he made a point.
But hold on, y'all. I'm gonna put the link, and anybody can watch it in the chat. Or
keep playing it. Feel free to keep playing it.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if you wanted to.
No, it's cool. This is. I don't think the law library is trying to get their paper off YouTube.
Okay, word.
Super recent. And the first thing, and you already all know this, I think it's stunning. And this was from the original study, 2010. We now know that everyone in this room who is not a pure African is part Neanderthal. Okay?
What did he say, Smash?
He said, can you hear me? He said, we now know that everyone in this room who is not pure African is part Neanderthal. Sound like that to me.
They released this 2 months ago, but I'm gonna be honest, this assessment was made in 2017, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just make sure you that we up to speed on that.
Let's keep listening.
So, it turns out that people in Europe are about as much Neanderthal as people in Asia, as people in New Guinea or Australia, okay? So what does that suggest? It suggests that what happened here, sort of when our ancestors were first coming out, and then you have, if you like, the injection of Neanderthal material, and then it's spread around. But the really cool thing is, it's not only Neanderthals, it turns out that Neanderthals had a close relative known as the Denisovans from this cave. The only thing we know about these things, we know quite a lot about Neanderthals, by the way. We know they were smart, we know they had culture, they did ritual burials and so on.
Hold on, man. Let me go and skip past that. Let me go right here to the question and answer. Check this out, man.
All right.
Look at the crowd.
All right, we have time for a few questions. Raise your hands. I'll come by with a microphone. We want to get the audio on our live stream feed. Just hold it close to your mouth.
Thank you. Question. With respect to the Neanderthal genes, do we have any understanding yet of what those genes actually do, what their function is?
You mean the ones that are high frequency in us?
Yes. You told us about the one with the Dissolvians, but besides that one, do we have any information?
Yeah, so the Tibetans is one. The other two major sets are immune function genes, okay? And the idea here is, in Africa, you're dealing with a completely different set of diseases, essentially, than you are in Europe. The Neanderthals have spent several hundred generations adapting to those diseases. We get their evolved immune response. The other one is skin color and other pigment-related phenomena. Neanderthals.
What did he say, Smash? Hold on, I'm asking you, Smash. What did he say?
Hell no, man. Damn, man. See, I be listening to people who got their PhD.
See what I'm, that's where I'm at with it, Smash. But anyway, hold on.
Let's rewind that. You have to play things 3-4 times for it to get through the skull.
I don't want to go back too far.
No, don't go back too far. So look at the timestamp first. It say 53. Now there you go. That's cool.
To those diseases, we get their evolved immune response. The other one is skin color and other pigment-related phenomena. Neanderthals probably had a more or less Irish complexion, sort of reddish appearance. We know that from DNA information. Why? It turns out, so Neanderthal ancestors were black Africans coming out of Africa, okay? And black Africans in Africa had to be black in order to protect their skin from high sunlight intensities, okay? You don't want to, and this actually, the famous cases of people, very dark-skinned people moving to northern Britain, let's say, and living in Manchester, and having all sorts of developmental problems because, for example, to synthesize certain vitamins, vitamin D in particular, you need a reasonable amount of sunlight. And if you've got very dark skin and you're living in Manchester where the sun has never shone yet, you're at a severe disadvantage. So there's natural selection in
Al, let's press pause real quick.
Again, it's natural.
If anybody think they about to come in and attempt to explain away what I'm audibly hearing him say, just like everyone in the crowd, like would you go up to any of these people in the crowd and then explain to you what they should be understanding, or would you just listen to the orator?
No, man, the catalog gene to the, what you call it?
Yeah, exactly. They're going to go get in one of these people's ear and say, nah, the reason why is because this, because of that.
You see what I'm saying? I can understand him plain. I don't, all that, I don't have to do. No, I need to be able to understand what you're saying and show me with documentation what you saying. But check this out, they get even better, Smash, later on. I got some more information, but I'm going to stop it right here, man, because we pretty much been seeing everything I wanted to show.
Well, and to play.
Run it back one more time.
Yeah, let's play that one more. It's good to hear things one more. Yeah, don't, James, learn, especially if you debate somebody, at least drop your bombs 3 times, bro. Don't just drop your bombs.
So you saying hit them 3 times?
Because people gonna be like, you read that wrong, you said that wrong.
Yeah. Now hold on. Now the whole time I've been fighting, man. Let's get to this.
James,
have I been wrong or right?
Without your commentary,
well, it's still some stuff that he did not say that you maintain. He didn't say nothing about aggressions and attitude, but he did say things about pigment and skin color.
Run it back one more. Think about aggressions and that.
Oh, you used to maintain that. You probably have it. You probably let that go.
Cut it out, man. We're gonna need to go get.
You didn't used to. We could bring back. You used to be like that. That make him savage and violent and stuff. Remember?
James, run back the thing one more time. Please.
Yeah, run it back, James. That's your best card. Play your best hand over and over again.
I thought that hybridization yesterday was a killer. You know what I'm saying?
I don't remember that, but yeah.
Oh, you don't remember the hybridization I hit him with yesterday? Oh, you missed the beauty. Hold on. So which one you want me to go back to? The audience?
Go back.
So when people make claims like this is just one geneticist out of many, that claim, you're trying to say that he's teaching some rogue information?
Who's saying
no,
I'm talking about, I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat. I'm sorry.
Start it back from coming out of Africa, black skin, vitamin D deficiency, the skin map, because it covered a lot of. You need to realize that this dude covered a lot of things in the 2 minutes. You know?
He did.
Okay, so you're talking about the question and answer. Hold on, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that.
He made reference to the skin
y'all.
map.
Bullshit.
Oh damn! Hey, for a minute you was sounding like
For a minute, it sounded like
Yeah, I was like, how about Bobby? Bobby just came through the back door.
So what y'all don't want me to play?
No, we want you to play it. That was him who said it was BS.
Play it, but I'm just saying I don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Theory. Just go ahead and play it though.
Oh, you don't even believe with the out of Africa theory?
Nah, man, because life began north.
All right. So yes, this is what I'm saying. Would you whisper that? Would you? So Lawrence, let me just ask you real talk. If you went to this seminar, and I'm just asking you on from the shoulders, you would say that to anybody in the crowd? You would turn to the side and be like, "Hey, yo, homie, that's bullshit. Life started in the north." Or you would just give us that information?
I mean, I probably would be heckling like, yo, that's some bullshit.
They would be happy if you said that.
Well, if you said it in the question and answer sound, he would answer your question.
Was different. The temperature was different in the north. Remember when I said the Earth keep resetting, and every time it reset,
yeah, you kind of far off, bro.
In a different spot.
Now, this is our first time getting the dialogue with you. I'm kind of presuming you coming from.
No, it ain't, bro. It's Lance.
Huh? Lance, your picture don't look familiar. You a Hebrew? You are welcome back. Welcome back. Oh yeah, you a Hebrew. I knew you was coming from the perspective. Shout out to you. Welcome here. Okay,
remember Pyramid Earth?
Oh yeah, that's you. Pyramid Earth. Okay. Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, that's
what.
So what we gonna do? We finna let the Hebrew.
He's just playing. Basically, he's just playing. Okay. Look, you keep him in the just playing category. You feel me?
Run it back.
All right, we have time for a few questions. Raise your hand with a microphone. We want to get the audio on our live stream feed. Hold it close to your mouth.
Thank you. Question. With respect to the Neanderthal genes, do we have any understanding yet of what those genes actually do, what their function is?
You mean the ones that are high frequency in us?
Yes. You told us about the one with the dissolvians, but besides that one, do we have any information?
Yeah, so the Tibetans is one. The other two major sets are immune function genes, okay? And the idea here is, in Africa, you're dealing with a completely different set of diseases, essentially, than you are in Europe. The Neanderthals have spent several hundred generations adapting to those diseases. We get their evolved immune response. The other one is skin color and other pigment-related phenomena. Neanderthals probably had a more or less Irish complexion, sort of reddish appearance. We know that from DNA information. Why? It turns out, so Neanderthal ancestors were black Africans coming out of Africa, okay? And black Africans in Africa had to be black in order to protect their skin from high sunlight intensities, okay? You don't want to, and this actually, the famous cases of people, very dark-skinned people moving to northern Britain, let's say, and living in Manchester, and having all sorts of developmental problems because, for example, to synthesize certain vitamins, vitamin D in particular, you need a reasonable amount of sunlight. And if you've got very dark skin and you're living in Manchester where the sun has never shone yet, you're at a severe disadvantage. So there's natural selection in favor of a loss of pigmentation. And again, it's natural selection. It's incredibly inefficient and slow. So one individual is slightly paler, so they do slightly better than the darker individual. They have slightly more children, and so there's the better representation of that variant in the next generation, and then a few more in the following generation, and so on. It takes time, okay? But that's what happened to the Neanderthals, and it's what happened to us. So our ancestors were black when they came out of Africa, and pretty.
And dude disagree with that.
Imagine how these people on.
So what's up? Venice said he was gonna come be the cleanup man. Shout out to Venice. Thanks for coming through.
Hey, how y'all doing? Shout out to the
So just let's let everybody know you can say everything you gotta say, but I'm just listening to it like I'm watching a movie and listening to one of the homies because that's a PhD, and so you could give your commentary, but it's not gonna really change unless you got a source that refutes him. But go right ahead.
But let me say something.
I wouldn't refute anything he said. I agree with everything he said. He said Neanderthal ancestors were black Africans. There ain't even nothing else to talk about.
Yeah, he said they were African.
Black Africans, not just Africans. Black Africans.
So James, where's the argument now? He said
Right.
they were
I don't know what
Africans.
James' argument is.
They were
Y'all gotta be the slowest people on the planet.
He told you that they were Africans. That
Yeah,
they
when
were
they came
Africans.
out, but then when they mutated,
But they left and
even
changed,
genetically
though.
they mutated.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
see,
every-
that's what you
y'all
not.
talking about.
He-
Y'all talking about
the-
30,000 years. Let me go back.
Nah,
But see,
I'm
this is
still.
how
I mean,
dumb
I
you do.
think James win that one on y'all.
No,
Because
no,
but
no,
you
no,
not.
no, no.
I
I'm
don't
just.
think you
I'm
understand.
refereeing.
I'm trying
You
to
don't
understand what is
understand,
James'
Shaquan.
argument.
You don't
What is
understand. That's what
James?
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
that's true,
Wait,
James.
we gotta talk one at a
Reestablish your
time.
argument, please, James.
Right, because I don't know what his argument is. I don't know how that PhD proves James' argument.
Okay, so this is what you have to do, Shaquan. Can you hear me? You see this marker right here? This says hominoid evolution at 7 million years ago. Then we go on up to 70,000 years ago. Do you understand what I'm saying? Neanderthals at 70,000 years ago.
Yeah, so let
Then
me
the
slow down and let me
genetic-
reiterate
hold on.
that. Because
And
you
then the
leaving
genetic-
something
hold
out,
up.
though. Read it. Just read it. 3750 so he can understand what the whole 3750 say.
3750.
Right there, that sentence, 3750.
Oh, it says what happened when Africans met Neanderthals at 70,000 years
Make
ago.
that point good, James.
So what that means is by 70,000 years ago, they mutated into this light-skinned difference that the guy was talking about on the video. He's saying that they had mutated into a reddish skin. And so when the Africans come out again at 70,000, they meet it intermixed with them at the 30,000 clip. But y'all don't understand what's going on.
So that's 40,000
okay,
years.
so but what's the point? So okay, they met, and what's the point?
So
okay,
if
they
you
met
understand
and have
genetics,
sex. What's
they
the point?
became a different species in that 400,000 year span.
Before they re-met is what he's saying.
Golly.
So they walked out at 70,000 years. Then at 40,000 years they re-met up,
Another
and they were some
population
different
comes out and
people.
meet them.
So
But he
that
don't
them
understand
initially being black Africans basically happened at 70,000 years ago, and then the second group that met up with him and interacted with him was at 40,000 years.
Let me play it again like you said. Hold on. I'm going to play
But
it again.
I just don't understand how
let me
this
say
is
something.
proving.
Listen,
Like,
listen.
we know this already. We
Now know
already
that
read
everyone in
all
this
this.
room who is
Let
not
me say something.
pure
Let me say
African
something.
is part
Let me say
Neanderthal.
something.
Bro, let's listen to him.
I hear it. But listen to this. Are you saying that the Neanderthals wasn't Africans anymore? Are you saying
They was
that?
Neanderthals at that point. They turned to Neanderthals.
Stupid. That's the wrong question. That's the wrong question,
For
stupid.
slow people, in the back. Watch, listen.
And you all know this. I think it's stunning. And this was from the original study, 2010. We now know that everyone in this room who is not a pure African is part Neanderthal. Okay.
Now, what does he mean by that? What does he mean by that?
What he means is that everybody outside of Africa has Neanderthal DNA. That doesn't mean people in Africa
Hold
have
up.
zero.
Ain't that what I've been saying the whole time?
No. What you trying to say is that Africans have zero, and that's not true.
Well, if you would have listened to what
They
I
have,
said
because
yesterday,
you
we
even
right back
have
to what we was
Neanderthal
yesterday.
DNA.
So
So
what
I
did
don't
I
even know
say
how you
yesterday,
making this
Smash?
argument when you have Neanderthal DNA.
I have Neanderthal.
I think I see what the
because of
confusion
that.
is. I think I'm starting to see what the confusion is real quick. Because, yeah, we are African, James, right? And so Shaquan is right in his stance and saying, how could you argue that when we got some? But that, can you explain how the study is not reflecting what he presumes or whatever?
Because if you see where my area is, if I'm still sharing my screen, we was over here in West Africa. Guess where we went? We came all the way across the Atlantic Ocean. And before we came across the Atlantic Ocean, guess what? We didn't have no Neanderthal DNA.
That's not true, James.
What the confusion?
How you know?
Africans do have Neanderthal.
But no, see, the confusion is the terminology, y'all. Real quick, though. Y'all confusing over terminology. It's semantic at this point. Because when he's saying African on the screen, the scholar, he talking about on the continent. Else.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So we are African too, and we got some Neanderthal DNA. So you know he wasn't talking about us.
See, James keep trying to separate.
Listen, okay,
James
watch this.
think
This
it's the
is how
difference.
slow Shaquan is. Watch this. Do you know that
James,
people that
no,
came back,
let's just cut
the
to the
people that
shit.
back migrated into Africa right now, they got the same amount of admissions as we got right here in America. These people in the north right here, they got the same amount of admit. Like the Ethiopians, if we started to look at their DNA, they gonna cluster as 70% African, and then the other 30% is gonna be Eurasian.
Okay,
you
but
understand what
James,
I'm saying?
can I just ask you a question?
And then when they Neanderthal count come in, it's gonna be 0.2 or 3%. But these people outside of this, where this arrow is, they got 2+%.
So
watch this.
are you saying they
Hold on,
Homo
let me just say one more
sapien
thing.
Neanderthal?
Hold on,
Is
let
that
me
what
say
you're
one more
saying?
thing. A chimpanzee.
Wait, no, answer my question, because you rambling. Are they Homo sapien Neanderthal? Is that what you saying?
That's what they're trying to classify.
No.
Hey, I gotta bust a move, James. I'm about to make you the host real quick, so I can keep it going. I'm about to bust a move. I'll be right back.
Right now, they are
don't project on them. Is that what you saying?
Right now, they are Homo Neanderthal. They're going to reclassify them as Homo sapien Neanderthal.
So you just made up a new classification?
I didn't do this. This is what they doing. What's wrong with you, bro? Hold up. Matter of fact, give me a second. I'll find you the video where they getting ready to do it at. You don't even know. See, watch this, Shaquan. When have you studied any of this?
No, but
no. We ain't doing that.
I'm going off all the shit y'all been reading, bro.
I ain't talking about how long you've been reading. You've been reading since 5th grade. I'm talking about when have you studied any of this? I'm asking you a question.
Wait, bro, slow down, bro. We both can't talk. Just listen. You trying to make it seem like if you got Neanderthal DNA, you not a human.
That is not what I'm saying. That's
exactly what you saying.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that they are 99% the same as us, bro. What are you talking about?
Oh, see, now you on the right page. That's true.
I've been on that page, but you don't understand.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't, nigga. You lying, because you was saying 96. You was saying 70%.
No, I wasn't.
You brought up
okay,
all
see,
kind
if
of
you wouldn't have cut me off, I would have told you that if chimpanzees are 98.9% the same as humans, how in the hell does this 2% of that they have not change anything?
Yes,
that's only. Watch this. It only takes 1 point for you to turn into a chimpanzee.
Oh my God,
it
bro!
takes
You
one
don't
genetic point
understand
for you to turn into a chimp.
You don't understand it, bro.
What you mean? I don't see. You don't understand.
You don't get it, bro.
So hold up, stupid. How many genetic points do it take for you to be a chimp?
The question is, let me tell you, we are 99.9% the same, right? Among the 0.1%. You said that 0.1%?
Or 0.2 or something.
Or 0.2%, you can have significant difference. Because within that 0.2%, in the European, you find the Neanderthal DNA.
That's what I'm
just
saying.
Just within that 0.2%, you know. Not to the whole 99.8, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's wrong with
Yeah, I know, James, we know that, but you making it this grand conspiracy.
I ain't made no conspiracy. What's
wrong? Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Yeah. Nah, what this is,
yes, you did. That's why you bring shit up.
It takes y'all too long to catch on to what I've been saying. Just like yesterday when I showed you hybridization, y'all looked at crazy. What's wrong with y'all?
You bring up Neanderthal literally every show. On every show you be on, bro.
Why? You know why? Because
yes, why? That's what I want to know. Why?
Because Ngozi keep telling us that these people. Hold on, listen. Because Ngozi keeps telling us that these people with this Neanderthal DNA and this SLC gene was in the Levant 23,000 years ago. That is why I don't even know about you. I'm trying to figure out what Ngozi's talking about. And in my quest to figure out what Ngozi was talking about, this is the data that shows. Don't get mad at me.
That shows what?
This shows that what I'm talking about is true. It wasn't no damn DNA like that down in the Levant no 23,000 years ago. The damn SLC gene didn't didn't even arise till 13,000 years ago. So how is it some damn some Arabs in North Africa in 23,000 when the gene don't even pop up to 13? Y'all do the math.
Yeah, you got to talk to Ngozi about. I don't know.
See, that's what I'm saying. Now you ain't qualified.
I'll talk about Neanderthal, nigga. I don't know nothing about no Levant.
So you didn't hear that man tell you that the Neanderthals was white. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Let me mute that. Go ahead.
Bro, I'm trying to tell y'all that chronology is off, though. Thousands and thousands of years of continuous history of humanity is bullshit.
It could be off. I mean, the timeline, I don't trust Europeans.
Yeah, but ain't no civilization started in no North.
So they dates could be off.
Listen, I can prove it, bro. I can prove it by showing you.
No, you can't.
Listen, all I got to do is show you maps from prior centuries that's showing civilization with no snow in the north.
So, and you think that, and that's enough evidence for you? Just some maps with no snow.
No, it's several different things. I read Plato Crustaceus. I read the Cobran Bible. All these 3,000
Bible.
No, Cobran.
Cut it out, man.
Cobran
Bible.
You gotta stop. Don't do that.
Listen, brother. The Cobran Bible. Huh?
He said find the Plato source.
Look at the Greek map of the world. You realize
Crustaceus tells you that's what he was talking about when it was talking about.
Bro, do you know what the equator is, my guy?
Socrates. Yeah, I know what the equator is. The equator.
Yeah, and the equator ain't never been north. I don't think you understand. Just because the Earth moves, the equator stays the equator.
So I don't sit up under the guise that the Earth moves. The equator.
Oh my God! All right. Oh, I'm done.
Equator
I'll
is
see
a
y'all
ring.
later, bro. I'm done.
Listen, the sun.
The Earth don't move. I'm gonna fall out.
No, the Earth doesn't move.
I'll let y'all talk.
The sky moves around us, brother. The Earth don't move.
Wow.
Okay. What happened? A genetic question. Okay, I have these two questions.
We got a flat earther.
These two things don't work together. Genes and flat Earth are triangle Earth or rectangle Earth.
We got Neanderthals and flat Earths tonight.
They don't work together.
I'm not a flat earther. But I'm just saying that as far as the genes is
you're
concerned,
a pyramid earther. The pyramid earth and the pyramid earth and the conversation about Neanderthal does not work together. It cannot coincide. We cannot put them together. So therefore,
hey, Stoopies, let me ask James. Hey, James. Pan-African James.
Yeah, what's happening?
Hey, so just let me just answer this question, bro. So are you, because I'm trying to figure out why you keep bringing up Neanderthal. So are you saying that if you got Neanderthal blood, you're not a Homo sapien sapien?
Well, if you wanted to look at, now listen to me, Clark. I mean, you asked some questions. I don't think I asked you to do it. Just go do your research, homie. Watch this. Go look up the taxonomy of the hominoids. Go look it up. They have everybody classified as a different species. James did not do that. Now, watch this. In 2010, before 2010, Shaquan, they didn't even know Neanderthal DNA was in them or in anybody. They said that it was an extinct species, correct?
Yeah,
when they did the Neanderthal Genome Project, the chief, the head paleogeneticist was Svante Pabo. He discovered that it was Neanderthal DNA, but not him and his team. They discovered that Neanderthal DNA, not nobody else.
Okay, but listen, James, just hear this out. Like, but we also know Africans made it with other hominoids that they don't even have a name for yet. So what's the difference?
Watch it. Okay,
wait,
true. Now watch it. I ain't denying
that.
That's a good point.
Listen.
That's a real good point.
Okay,
but I'm saying,
but all of
we
that.
know.
Go ahead,
bro. Let me finish. I'm just saying, like because you know about the ghosts some of those ghost genes. So we by knowing that, we know Africans in West Africa, South Africa, they made it with other hominoids that they don't have a name for yet. So what's the difference between them and Neanderthal? Because let me finish. Because Neanderthal ancestor, we heard the PhD said it came from Africa. So what's the difference? What's the difference? Because it didn't happen in Africa?
Well, let me explain something to you. Now, I'm agreeing to everything.
Made him
you
think
just
for
said.
a minute. He said, "Well, hold on now. It's a good point."
I'm agreeing with everything you
That's
said.
that
Watch
dagger
this.
right there.
This is crazy. Watch this. Homie, all these hominoids that you talking about that mixed on the inside of Africa, that's their home. So they indigenous to the continent of Africa.
Bro,
all of them just,
but
bro,
those
hold on. You
hominoids
told
didn't
me
know
not to cut you off. Now
they
you cutting me
didn't
off.
have no concept of a continent, bro. What are you talking
but
about?
But the science do. Unfortunately for you.
Come on,
Because
man.
guess
That's
what? Watch this.
silly, bro.
Listen,
That's like
because
saying
guess
the
what,
elephants
Shaquan?
know
Watch this.
that,
Guess what,
that
Shaquan?
the elephants is in Africa. Come on,
Okay,
bro.
watch this. Watch this. What species did they say that came out and procreated with the Neanderthal? What are they calling it? Are they saying it was a bunch of different ones, or they just got one of them that they named? How many did they name that came out of Africa that procreated with them that last time when they because they couldn't have been no other time when they came when they became Neanderthal when they hit that mix, who was mixing with them? Who was mixing with the Neanderthal? What was the name of the species?
Well, it was Homo sapien sapien.
So why don't name nobody else?
No. See, listen, bro. This is what
I ain't asked you all that. I'm asking you a
right
question.
That's not
why
what
they
I'm
don't
asking.
name no other hominid that came out of Africa? They say it's Homo because all of those archaic, those hominoids, even the ghost gene, it happens on all the nucleus of Homo sapiens sapien happens in Africa. You can't get away from that. So when they come out, they come out as one thing, Homo sapiens sapien. That's what science says, Shaquan. You ain't arguing with me.
What I'm asking you is, so you telling me the only difference is because it happened in Africa?
That's what science says, Shaquan.
No, that's what you saying.
That's what science say.
Exactly, because it don't matter. Those other hominoids is just like fucking Neanderthal. What's
from Africa?
So the only difference is that it happened in Africa.
Man, you must got. I don't want to say that, man. Anyway, man, I'm through.
No, I'm saying
I'm done. I don't know what you arguing for, but you
that's
got
what you
another
saying, right?
agenda somewhere around the way. Because, bro, I just showed you everything you need to know, and you acting like you don't know what's going on.
No, but you holding on to this Africa concept like the hominoids had an Africa concept. Stop it, bro.
Can I ask Brother James some questions? Brother James, this is stupid. Respect on your research, because determination is the mother of creativity, and you are one determined Negro. I have to give you that.
Thank you.
I have to give you that because you said, listen, this is my sword, and if I have to lay down on it, I'm going to lay down. All right, you went and found a PhD. The PhD agrees with you on several things. But he told you that, listen, everybody, every hominid come out of Africa.
Thank you, Stoopies.
Every single hominin, from its name hominin, it came out of Africa.
Homo.
Right? From its name Homo, man, it came out of Africa. From it walked on two legs, it came out of Africa. Now you are saying over time, these first Africans distinguished themselves and became Neanderthals.
Right.
I'm not saying anything. The scientists are saying
I know,
this.
but what we
What's
saying is,
going
what's the
on?
problem with that? What's the problem? I don't understand what's the problem.
The problem is you
making it an issue because they left Africa and mutated.
Hold up, the problem is this. You don't want to admit that by 2%,
what's your point?
These people are a different species.
What's your point, bro?
That's what I guess that's what the problem is. I don't know.
So no, listen. So listen now. So everybody in the world who exists today, and we're going to keep this. This is the second part. The first, the Neanderthal came out of Africa, same black people like you and me, went up north. Over time, they had to specialize to live in their environment.
Man, hold on, stupid.
Yeah.
The species that left out of Africa wasn't even no Homo sapien yet. It was Homo erectus. It was a Homo erectus. So what are you talking about? 7 million years ago? Come on, y'all.
Yeah, we just it don't matter which one it was. It left out of Africa. That's what you
said. Man, y'all crazy as hell.
You making a big deal because it mutated out of Africa.
Hold on, James, you're wrong. It wasn't 7 million. It couldn't be 7 million years because if it was 7 million years, so much mutation would have occurred that they would not be able to interbreed.
Hold on, let me go look again.
Yeah, I think you're talking about the wrong one.
Maybe I might have
talking about the wrong one.
On. Let me go.
I think you're talking about the wrong one. So I can make
sure I'm not tripping. Let me go back.
You might be talking about the wrong.
Hold on.
The wrong one.
7 million. No. 7 million years ago, there was a
don't do that. We ain't even got to keep talking. Just hold on. Let's just do this.
No, see, because the conversation.
Hold on. Let's just do this again, Shaquan, because maybe I'm tripping.
Because y'all talking.
Hold up, listen. Now look.
You saying
at what
so much. It's like you not letting nobody else talk.
33. Hold on. At the 30, please. At the 33:22 mark, hominids evolved circa 7 million years ago. Now watch the man.
Hominids.
Hold on.
All hominids, right? All hominids.
Yeah,
all hominids evolved.
We're gonna let the man say it. Y'all don't want to listen to the man. Y'all. Since I'm lying, y'all don't want to hear him, bro. Y'all don't want to hear him speak.
But you're not even saying the same thing as the man.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm done, man. You know what? You sure right.
James,
I'm not saying.
Sorry, James.
I'm
I
through.
Apologize. No, James. Let's have a conversation. Continue, James. For my edification, please. I apologize for interrupting you.
Stupid. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put the link in the back chat. I'm gonna put the link in the back chat. Hold on.
No, James.
Hold on. Let me put the link in the back chat, and y'all need to go look at this yourself.
Yeah.
Y'all need to rewind it as many times as you need to. You can look in the comment section on the video, and y'all can see why I got everything.
Bro, why are you over talking him, bro?
Over it,
James. Hold on, James.
That's what y'all can do.
That's when you know you wrong. You just over talking.
Hold on. Let me say something to James. James, currently, based on this information, you're winning. And when you're winning and stand up on the top of the hill, you're now king of the hill. And when you assume the position as king of the fucking hill, you have to be prepared to get pushed off that motherfucker. Right. So now you must put yourself in a defensive pose and adjust and prepare for the forces that are coming for you.
Yeah,
you cannot say because they're coming.
Man, so don't lie to him, please. That nigga ain't in no win. He not even saying the same thing as the man.
Stop, brother. Let's wrap it up.
The link is in the back chat. Stupid. Put the link in the back chat for anybody who wants to learn.
Put up your fucking sword and your spear because they're coming for you. And they're asking a simple question. When did Neanderthals leave Africa? And it's not 7 million years ago. 7 million years ago, how many evolved?
No, they evolved into Neanderthals circa 700,000 to 400,000 years ago.
All right, 700,000 years ago.
Yeah, that's right? That's when they evolved.
Homo sapiens, 300,000 years. You know, that's a circa almost evolved simultaneously.
Agree.
Hey James, right? James, what's the it's not like no trick question, nothing. But what's the ancestor of who Neanderthal turned into that left out of Africa? What's that one name?
What are you talking about? You said what is the name of the ancestor that
Neanderthal, the one that left out of Africa?
The one that left out of Africa, what is their
name? So the hominoid that left out of Africa that turned into Neanderthal, what's that hominoid's name?
His name Homo sapiens sapien.
Nah, are you sure?
I'm absolutely sure.
So you saying Homo sapiens sapien
left out of Africa, went into Europe, became Neanderthal, and Homo sapiens.
No, that ain't what I said. That's not what I said. He asked, well, who did they mix with?
See, that's
what did the mix? What did the mix turn into? It turned into Homo sapiens sapiens. That's what it turned into.
You said what?
But
Say it
hold
again.
on. But see, why y'all so stumped at this? Because the DNA didn't come out to 2010. So
Bro,
whatever they named it,
I'm
whatever
not
they
asking
name
you a
is,
question, bro.
don't got nothing to do
This
with
not
it.
a
They
got
Homo
you
sapiens
moment.
just
I'm
like us,
asking
man.
you to learn me. I'm asking you a question, bro. This
Yeah,
not
I'm
a got
asking
you
you
moment.
what I'm trying
Calm
to. I'm
down,
kind
bro.
of
Calm down.
frustrated
You keep
because
talking
you
while
don't
I'm
get something that's
talking.
simple. I'm like,
Damn, bro. Can you stop talking for 1 minute? I'm trying to ask you a question, and you so defensive. Chill out, my nigga. It's just a question. So the hominoid that turned into Neanderthal that left out of Africa is Homo sapiens sapien?
They bred with Homo sapien and they got bred out of existence.
No, see, you not understanding my
They
question.
got bred. That's what happened. They got bred out of existence by 2%. They only got 2% left.
Can you just stop and listen for a minute?
He's asking, sir, the hominins that originally left out of Africa.
Exactly.
That's Homo erectus, I believe.
No.
That's what I'm asking. Thank you.
No.
Okay, so
all I wanted
Homo
to know.
erectus evolved from 7 million years ago. Listen,
Right.
Siobhan,
Into
they
Neanderthal,
evolved
right?
because of environmental pressures in Europe and in East Asia as well.
Right.
They evolved over that 7 million.
They evolved into Neanderthal, right?
And another species called the Nisaban in East Asia.
So listen.
Okay.
So
Well, hold up. Let me
listen.
explain. At the
No,
same
bro,
time,
you've been
in
talking
Africa,
the most, bro.
listen.
God
At the
damn,
same
bro.
time, in
Can I ask
Africa,
you a question?
they're
And I'm gonna
turning
let you
into
finish
Homo
talking.
sapiens, so you'll understand.
No,
they're
let me
turning
ask
into
you a
Homo
question,
sapiens
bro.
at the same time.
Oh my God, bro. I'm about to just leave. You keep
You
talking.
should because you don't understand.
Yeah, you talking. You talk so damn much.
How many times I got to
I'm trying
explain
to
the
ask
same
you a
thing?
question to where you can keep talking.
Because I keep having to explain the
Damn,
same
nigga,
thing. That's
I'm not trying to
frustrating.
do a gotcha moment. Just
I
calm down.
understand what James is saying.
Let me
James
ask Stu Pease then. Let me ask Stu Pease. I don't even want to talk to you.
Yeah, ask him.
Stu Pease.
Yes.
Okay, so we heard the PhD say that Neanderthal's ancestor that left out of Africa was a Black African. And when he got to areas like in Manchester and, just in the north, that he had to adapt, like you said, for the environmental pressures. That's how he said, and he even described them as looking reddish, like similar to Irish people. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Right. So I don't understand what point James is making, because all hominids left out of Africa. Am I correct?
Correct.
So James, what is the issues? Because it mutated out of Africa?
No, what James is saying, this is what James is saying.
James ain't saying nothing stupid.
No. This is what the interpretation of the science is saying. That there was a common ancestor between these three people. The humanoids in the Caucasian, the humanoids in Asia, and the humanoids in Africa. A mutation occurred. The ones in Africa became Homo sapiens. The one in Europe became Homo Neanderthal. And the one in Asia became Homo. What's the name for the one in Asia, James?
Denisovan.
Nope. Denisovan wasn't. Oh God.
Denisovan, however you want to pronounce it. It starts with the D.
Wasn't that before? Wasn't that before Neanderthal?
Hold on, stupid. I would say yes, but they try to push the Neanderthal narrative, so I don't want to say anything against what the scientists say, but I would say yes. I think the Denisovans are old, but go ahead.
Denisovans are older people, so let's not talk about those people. Let's just talk about the Neanderthal and the Homo sapien. They had a common ancestor in Africa. Everybody was in Africa chilling,
right?
Yeah, everybody was in Africa chilling.
And so wait, everybody was in Africa?
Yeah, everybody was in Africa chilling.
Okay, I don't even got no more questions.
Let me continue. Everybody was in Africa chilling, eating, chilling, cool. And some people say, you know what? I want to travel. I think the grass is greener up north. So I'm going to go up north. I'm going to gather my 30, 40 people, and we're going to walk out of this bullshit tired of the crocodile. I'm going up north. I'm going to be a snowbird. So these people walk up north, and they're up north so long that they change into Neanderthal. While the ones down south in the sunlight say, you know what? We eat off all of this food. We have to move left or right. We have to, for these certain pressures start reaching, because without pressure, there's no change. So those people change into sapiens, and those people change into Neanderthal. Right? Couple hundred of thousand years later, like 200,000 years, 100,000 years later, some more people in Africa get nosy and say, listen, I wonder what happened to those people up north. I'm going to look for them. So I go up north and I see them, but they no longer look like me. Their hair is straight and their skin lighter. But, you know, the women still work. Let's have sex with them. Let's beat up the men and get rid of them. Have sex with the women. And over generations, we amalgamated into one people, which was majority Homo sapien now, with remnants, with a little bit of Homo Neanderthal in there. So so today now, 2,000 years, 60,000 years later, we figure out how to look at genes, and we put two genes together, and we say this is the white genes, this is the African gene. But we say they're 99.9% the same.
Wait, can I ask? Hey, so James, so Africans is not the only real humans?
No, they can't be, because everybody.
No, I'm talking to James, stupid. James, Africans is the only real humans?
Look at this picture, Shaquan.
No, man. Why you just can't answer my question?
Look at the picture.
Oh my God. That's why I don't like talking to you, because you won't answer a question and then you'll talk for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I
don't like that picture, huh? This is how this happens.
Man,
this
I don't
how
care
it
about
happened.
your...
Literally right in your face. This is how it happened. You see that? Golly, like, man, like this, don't act like you slow.
All right, now can you answer my question?
So you're using the Patrick Mahomes.
But they still humans though, bro.
Exactly.
Ain't nobody
never say they wasn't. What is wrong with you?
So what's
but
the
they
point?
ain't nobody changing into anything
So
else.
hold on, let me ask you this, Shaquan. Since
No, why you won't answer my question?
Let me ask you
No,
this.
don't ask me nothing.
Why are they sitting,
answer my question
all those
first.
people sitting in there listening
No,
to
I'm
that
not
man
answering
talk?
no questions, so you
Why
answer
they
my
sitting in there
question
listening
first,
to
bro.
that man talk like that?
You just keep talking. You won't answer my question. I answer your question.
I'm not answering
mine,
no more
bro.
of your questions because it's
No,
obvious you ain't gonna never get
it.
it.
Is Africans the only real human?
I don't have the patience that Smash has, bro.
Please.
Trust me.
Is Africans the only real humans?
James, let me ask you that question.
Let's Stu Peas is doing a
No,
great job.
No,
Talk to
Stu Peas. Mute
I'm
out,
muting
Stu
now.
Peas. James, is Africans the
me,
only real humans?
Hold on, we're coming.
No,
So
Stu Peas. No, stop being the Captain Save a Hoe. James,
we're not going to do that.
Is Africans the only real humans? Don't save him. Just let him answer. Is Africans the only real humans?
I don't think
exactly. The nigga ain't got no answer.
So James, my story so far, was I wrong with the story that I'm telling?
He don't want to answer though.
No, because these people went up north and then they reunited with the people here. Just like when Columbus took the ship and came over to the New World, they reunited with the Indians here. If we let's say 50,000 more years was allowed to pass, would the Indians here? No, let's go. Listen more. 100,000 years more were supposed to allow to pass. Would the natives in North America still be Homo sapiens?
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you about how that timeline worked. You
know,
I don't know the point where I don't know the point where you can't where you can't have sex no more.
Will you agree to just be quiet for a minute and listen, homie? Will you?
Yeah, but if you answer my question,
can you please? Just
if you
listen
answer
for
my
1
question.
minute. I'm not
If
going
you
to
answer
say
my
it.
question.
No, I'm not going to answer the question.
Okay,
I'm
well
going to
then
let
I
the
ain't being quiet
scientists.
then,
I'm going to let
nigga.
the scientists
No
answer
deal.
your
No
question.
deal. No deal.
So you don't want the scientists to answer your question.
Yeah,
But you want
I heard.
but
Yeah,
you want
I
James
listened to the video for sure.
But you want
I
James
just
to
don't
answer
want to
your
listen to
question.
you.
James, let me ask you the question. James.
I'll
So
listen to the
let me
video.
ask y'all what pure means. What does that mean?
The man never said pure
I
union.
don't know. You gotta pull up the dictionary.
Okay, watch this. He's gonna say pure. Okay, watch him say it.
So it do pure mean only?
Huh? What are you saying?
I said
You
do
don't
pure
want to
mean
hear him say
only?
it, huh?
I'm gonna tell you right now that it ain't.
He's gonna say
Ain't
everybody
now
inside
American
of,
pure. Ain't now the nigga in America pure. Not one nigga in
you know
America
what?
is
I'm through
pure.
talking to you. This is what I'm not doing.
It's a fact.
Bro, I can pull up my personal DNA and show you that
You
I'm
have
91.
2%.
I'm not, hold on, let me show you how
Pure.
You are.
Hey, I thought you said
right
you
now.
had
This is hold up. I'm living. I'm
2%
still breathing. I'm still living. And I got 91.8% African DNA right now.
I got 89.
Okay, so that's
Look at me. Hold on, but look at me.
But watch this. Watch this.
How much
Do you know
European
why?
you
Do
got?
you know why we got so much? Why we retain so much? Why ours is so high? Because
I
when
know
we
that,
was born,
bro.
hold
You're
on,
not
let
telling
me talk.
you
When we
preaching
was
to the
born,
choir.
when we was born, they just legalized mixed couples in 1950 something. It was illegal to mix from when most of us probably right before we was born. So
Only
we retained
for 20 years.
we retained a high level of but now if you go, I bet
it just got illegal in 1925 through Walter Plecker, the Racial Integrity Act, for those people of color, people darker than the paper bag and lighter than the paper bag to mix.
Brother. It didn't get enacted into the 50s. Don't do that. Because we can pull it right
So
up.
Africans is
This
the
is
only
the internet
real
age.
human?
You can't come on the internet and lie. So don't do
I'm
that.
not lying. I just gave you facts.
Man, you done did something. Told you talking about 1920. Cut that out. We know they got it's in the book.
I'm saying if that's the case, then how is it before
Man,
1925 they was mixing?
Two P's. Go ahead, man.
All right, let me ask you the question. James, question. Let's say the New World wasn't discovered till 200,000 years later. Would the Indians still be Homo sapien? Are the Native Americans you aren't Homo sapien either? Are the Native Americans Homo sapien or are the Neanderthal?
Yeah, they're gonna be Homo sapien, but they're gonna be Denisovan and Neanderthal mix. The man said everybody outside of Africa has 2% Neanderthal mix. I didn't say that, bro.
Yeah, but we know that, James.
Why y'all keep acting like y'all didn't hear what the
But
man
that's not
say?
the fight. You trying to
so what that
switch
mean
it.
to you, James?
You trying to change
So
the
why
fight.
he didn't say why he didn't say
changing the
everybody
fight,
in Africa
James.
got 2% of it too? Why he didn't
Everybody
say that?
knows that
Why
already.
did he exclude Africa from the 2%? Tell me
No,
that.
but James, didn't we read a source?
Man, let Babylon Don get in. Come on, but Babylon Don, what you got to say about
Hey,
all
he
this,
just
bro?
said exactly what I just
Why
said.
you get so offended when somebody asks you a question? You don't like to be questioned, huh? You just like to talk and ramble.
Please, Babylon Don, say
Ask
something.
you a question, no, it's please, Babylon, please.
You won't
Answer
let
the
the
question.
science talk. I don't understand why you keep want to talk to me.
Because you confusing the science. I agree with the scientists. I don't agree with you.
What? Because I'm a nigga.
Peace, brother.
I agree with the scientists.
Peace, Pan-African James.
Peace, Babylon.
Peace, Babylon, dog.
I always forget the other brother's name. Say your name, brother.
My name's Shaquan. Peace, Babylon.
Shaquan. Peace, brother. Hey, Pan-African James. What? Only thing I say about tonight, Pan-African James, I want to know, could you just lay out the premise for us, though? And you know, I always been with you. Now, I always been agreeing. This is my first night being unclear. Now, I don't know whether it's about your overall premise or whether I want to ask a question about your premise for showing the video.
Thank you, Babylon.
Well, Smash, you know, he showed a video because we was talking about something else, and I told him that I had a specialty for him video. I didn't know the video was gonna cause this much controversy. I thought it was pretty much cut and dry what the man said. But now all of a sudden, everybody act like they can't speak English or understand English. I don't understand it. James ain't saying it no more. I done went and found the PhD that's saying exactly what I'm saying, and now we still got contention. So I'm just disappointed in my people at this point. You know what I'm saying?
James, that's ducking. James, what is your premise?
Yes,
State your
he
premise.
didn't even answer the question.
He's saying lay out my premise. I ain't no more premise to lay out. What do you want me to
No,
go back and show y'all?
What is
He
your
don't
premise?
have one, Babylon Don.
Let me see what Babylon Don talking about. What do you want me
I
to
just
do?
want to just talk to the brother because it's been arguments and he willing to dialogue with me for a minute. And I heard what you said, but Pan-African James. However, now the part what I want you to make clear and plain to us is right when you got to the part where you said the man saying the same thing I said. What the man said, you said that first, and then you said the man said the same thing I'm saying. What is the man? Did the man say? What are you pointing out in particular? Just say what that man said. Like he said that
The man
Neanderthal
said
are
that.
this.
See, Shaquan said that everybody had some type of admixture. The man.
No, I didn't
said,
say that. You lying, bro. I didn't say that.
See, we ain't
Okay,
talking
well,
about
go back. Please go back and tell me what you
please.
said. What did you say?
We just talking about what the man said.
No, because I went back to the video to show what he said, which was that they was pure Africans.
All right.
That's what I was going to
who
show
is
that,
they?
but he kept arguing with me.
Who is they? Who is they were pure African?
The people and the people on the continent of Africa, the sub-Saharan Africans was pure African.
He never said sub-Saharan Africans. You lying.
Well, if you would shut up and let me play the video, we can see what he said. How about
okay, let's play.
Let's play it.
Let's play
it. No, don't nobody say nothing. Pan-African James gonna play it. Please, everybody. I'm gonna shut up.
It's stunning. And this was from the original study, 2010. We now know that everyone in this room who is not a pure African is part Neanderthal.
Now, what the hell is he talking about?
He didn't say sub-Saharan African.
He said, we now know that everybody that's not a pure African has 2% Neanderthal. If y'all can't understand English, it is something seriously wrong.
You said sub-Saharan
Hold
African.
on. No, it doesn't matter what he said. All right, let's ask this question.
Let me do it. Hold on, Smash talk to you first 3 times. No, let me find the Smash rule. Let me play it 3 times. Hold on,
what are you doing?
Hold on.
Stupees, you keep messing up the conversation. I love you, Stupees, but chill out for a minute, bro.
All right.
This was
Stupees. James Pan-African James
why you won't let him talk?
Everybody who's sub-Saharan African is real humans. And the PhD did not say that.
He said they were pure Africans.
You said sub-Saharan African.
What does pure mean? What does sub-Saharan African? Where do Africans come from?
But the statement, James, listen to what I'm saying. The statement.
Man, y'all. Okay, go ahead, Bob.
Wait. No, I'm with you, James, but listen to the statement. Now, this is what I heard, though. Now, you correct me if I'm wrong. You just said, he said everybody in Africa was pure African.
He said that.
Everybody in Africa.
Now, wait, let me say this. Anybody in a logic course knows something called of a tautology. The statement is illogical because it's tautological, meaning all of the alphabets are letters.
What?
Exactly. All of the Africans are pure Africans.
All of the alphabets
are pure letters. It makes no sense. Everybody knows that all of the Africans are pure Africans if we're talking about at that time. If we're talking about out of Africa and when people first started even evolving, humans first evolved in Africa, if we're talking about that time, of course, all of the humans in Africa are all pure African.
Man, hold on. Let's slow down. Let me read what it says on the screen. Hold on, this is what it says on the screen here. It says, now, however, we have genetic analysis of 30,000-year-old Neanderthals, and this tells a very different story. Genomic analysis indicate that Neanderthal interbred with modern humans as they first came out of Africa. This meant that everyone who is not of pure African ancestry is a small part Neanderthal. And then it has right there in parentheses, 2%. Now y'all can get mad about this if you want. I read it for you.
I agree with that, James.
Okay. Wait, James.
But James,
wait.
Wait, Babylon.
How y'all gonna get out of this? I'm waiting.
Let me say something, Babylon. Do you see? I'm not gonna let y'all just let James backpedal. James literally just said sub-Saharan African. That's a big difference. That's a huge difference.
Everyone in this room who is not a pure African is part Neanderthal. Okay.
Okay. Is somebody talking?
Let me do it again. Hold on.
We now know that everyone in this room
do it
who is
again.
not pure
James
African.
moonwalking right now, bro. He filibustering right now.
So, and it turns out that people in Europe are about as much Neanderthal as people in Asia as people in New Guinea or Australia, okay? So what does that suggest? It suggests that what happened here, sort of when our ancestors were first coming out, and then you have, if you like, the injection of Neanderthal material, and then it's spread around. But the really cool thing...
Man, I don't know what's wrong.
Hey, James, I agree with the PhD.
You know,
I just don't agree with you.
James,
right? People
okay.
I agree with the PhD.
This is embarrassing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you are embarrassed.
Hey, James, please let me get this straight.
Go ahead, Babylon.
Now, because I haven't had an opportunity to agree or disagree. So let's just put that on the record. Now, when you say sub-Saharan African, I actually agree with that statement. Because I know that when they talking about these first humans, early humans, they talking about South Africa. They talking about the Khoisan. They talking about the Bantu.
Somebody got some common sense.
The pygmies. So I know who they're talking about. Now listen, wait, hold on. And when it say, watch this now, it'll tell you. Now, if we do the chronology, the Neanderthals, it was a first wave and I'll pull up the source if y'all want me to. It was a first wave that came out of Africa. The Neanderthals was among them. There was another wave that came out of Africa.
No, we're not doing that. Ain't no Neanderthals came up out of no Africa, Babylon. We're not doing that, bro. We're not doing that. No.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Okay. I know they ancestor came out of Africa.
But James, let me tell you something. Before I pull up the source, I never interrupt you, and even if you say it's nothing, I'm saying I'm gonna pull up the source. Okay, I'm gonna show it on the screen. Now I'm just gonna do that. I ain't gonna talk no more then. I'll pull up the source. Y'all go ahead and talk.
No, you can keep talking. I mean, you can do what you do.
I was saying.
I'm sharing my screen. Go ahead, brother.
No, I was saying I know about the ancestor coming out of Africa. I don't know about Neanderthal coming out of Africa.
I'm about to show where you think they came from.
Yeah, Babylon done finna do a miracle.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that one.
What y'all see that? You see that? The first word I drew my eyes to was Bantu right there. But
yeah, I see
that Southeast Mike. Okay, let's go up a little bit though. Let's go up a little bit. Let's talk about this. Cause I ain't heard nobody talk about like LOL and how that split and how all of this happened. Now I ain't gonna read all of it, but I do want to go up to the top just so people can see what the source is or what we're talking about. We are talking about macro haplogroup L mtDNA. Now that's mtDNA is genotype, not YAP DNA or just male, but Y DNA. We talking about MT.
Female.
Yeah, female. So you see this, the mother of all living. You see this, what it reads? In human
you done went all the way back to cut it out.
No. You ain't about to do that, James. Don't play me like that now. I said I'm just going to give people the first paragraph so they'll know what I'm talking about and know where we're coming from. We're going to get back down to the part where it talk about Neanderthal. We're not in a rush. Don't do that. In human mitochondrial genetics, L is the mitochondrial DNA macro haplogroup. That is at the root of the anatomically modern human, Homo sapiens, mtDNA phylogenetic tree. As such, it represents the most ancestral mitochondrial lineage of all currently living modern humans, as dubbed mitochondrial Eve. Now, that's just important that the people know. Now, it's important that they pay a little bit of attention to that little map right there. We ain't gonna look at it too hard, but they just need to see it, the migration pattern, and that L1, L2 is the DNA. Okay? That's telling you what the DNA is. It shows you South Africa on there too. You see that right there? Where it reads LOD, LOK right there, and LO in South Africa, that's L0. That's not the first one.
I'm with you.
Right here, L0.
What this got to do with Neanderthal?
No, let them keep going. Go ahead.
I'm about to show you. Okay, we'll keep going. Now you see the word Khoisan. You see the penultimate period, glacial period. You see that period right there, because that's got a lot to do with the Neanderthals. I'm about to show you. Just let me get to it. Okay, let's keep going. The earliest humans, here we go. The outgroup for mtDNA phylogeny of modern humans is the mtDNA of archaic humans, specifically Neanderthals and Denisovans. Now, you said they never mentioned them. That go to Denisovans right there. They even mention Homo naledi and Homo afarensis, which you say they don't mention. But naledi was just found, so it has to be put into the sequence.
I know
now,
about naledi in South Africa.
But you said they never mentioned anybody other than Neanderthals, and right here, we're talking about both Neanderthals and Denisovans being of archaic human. The split of the modern human lineage from the Neanderthal and Denisovan lineage, and you never mentioned that.
I did.
The Neanderthal.
Bro,
okay,
we're going to watch the
lineage,
video again, because you tripped.
Okay, it's dated to between circa 760 to 550,000 years ago. That's what KYA means, based on full genome analysis. Mm-hmm. This is consistent with the estimate based on Y chromosomal DNA, which places the split between 806 to 447,000 years ago in terms of DNA, right? So look, I'm gonna skip down a little bit, but no, I won't. However, it appears that modern humans and Neanderthals form a sister clade. You know what a clade is? That's a taxonomy word. It just means a class together with Denisovans as a basal outgroup. The split of Neanderthal and modern human mtDNA. Now, if modern humans came out of Africa and Neanderthals split from modern humans, think about this now. The split of Neanderthal and modern human mtDNA is dated to about 498,000 to 295,000 years ago, i.e., for example, significantly younger than the date estimated based on nuclear DNA. And we know nuclear DNA going to be in the mtDNA. This has been explained as reflecting early gene flow from Africa into the Neanderthal genome around 270,000 years or earlier.
Okay, then stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there.
Babylon done it again. Then hold on.
Stop right there.
Okay, Babylon.
Watch this. Do you realize that you just doing human DNA? You would need to do that for where the origins of Neanderthal DNA is. You talking about humans?
No, we talking about.
You don't even understand. Like what that was so cold.
Okay,
you don't even understand what's going on.
It say the split of Neanderthal and modern human DNA.
And then it says the African DNA went into the Neanderthal. So where was Neanderthal at when it went into them at? Where were they located at? And I dare you to click the Neanderthal link that had a little blue thing up there. I bet you won't do that either.
I got it, bro. Just let
But
me
go again,
finish.
click that Neanderthal link. Go up.
No, I
They're
can
gonna
show
tell
the
you where they
people the
came
map.
from.
No, I know what the Neanderthal DNA group is, haplogroup is, and I know that we talking about a Y chromosome DNA right there. That's why we talking about a split, because we talking about mainly the male side of the DNA that's been traced from male Neanderthals, not from female
You just talking
Neanderthals.
about human DNA, homie. You're not talking about
Yeah,
Neanderthal
okay,
DNA.
whatever you say, because Neanderthals are archaic humans.
I know
They
that.
split
I know
from
that, brother
modern
London.
humans. They split from modern humans. So of course
No, they
I'm
didn't.
talking about humans.
No, they
didn't
So
split
split
I'm
from
from a
not
modern
common
humans. They
arguing,
split
James.
from
ancestor, bro.
archaic humans.
They
split
split
from
from
James, what
what
I would
archaic.
made
like to
both
do,
of them.
Yeah, they split
what
from a
I,
common ancestor.
They
that's
split from
right.
an
So what
archaic
I
human.
would
That's
like
where
to
you
do,
lost that.
so what
He
I would
messed
like to
it up
do,
a little
James,
bit.
The
what I
first
would like,
migration out, it wouldn't have been no Neanderthals out there if the first migration don't happen. Do you understand?
listen, James,
I'm
look at
done,
what the,
Babylon. Cut it out, man. I'm
okay,
trying to help
but
you.
look at what this reads. It reads, this has been at the top of the
Now,
screen.
Shaquan,
This has,
understand what I'm saying. See,
Yeah,
that's
I
what I'm
no,
dealing with right now. You see?
you
Babylon
don't
fucking
have
it
to
up right
say
now.
that. It's okay that I don't understand. Just let me finish. This has been explained as reflecting early gene flow. Everything we read above has been explained as reflecting early gene flow from Africa into the Neanderthal genome.
Where was the Neanderthals at when that happened? Show that. Where's the location of the admixture?
Where were the Neanderthals found at? In
Yeah,
Germany, right?
just hit the map up there.
Hold up. I'm answering the question so you could be quiet and let me read.
Okay.
It was found in Neanderthal cave in Germany. So now go look that up while I finish.
I know where that's at. I know where it's at already.
Okay, let's finish then. Your question answered. We ain't got no
So
argument.
that's outside of Africa? Hold on, is that outside of
Around
Africa? Hold on, Babylon.
270,000 years
Is that outside of Africa?
ago,
My battery.
earlier, i.e., around the time of the first emergence of anatomically modern humans, Jebel Irhoud. You hear the place? Listen now. Jebel Irhoud. Jebel means mountain. Irhoud. This is the person who said post et al. 2017. That's the source. Look that up. Suggests the possibility that early Homo sapien mtDNA. We back to the mtDNA
From Africa.
because we're talking about mitochondria E, and we're not talking about anybody that split, or we're not talking about things that we found in small amounts. Like, well, we found a lot of Neanderthals, but like the Denosovans and the lead. So there's no need in doing all of that. So we're going to talk about the main ones. Now watch this. mtDNA from Africa may have replaced, listen close, bro. mtDNA from Africa may have replaced the Neanderthal mtDNA. You never knew that. mtDNA from Africa may have replaced the original Neanderthal mtDNA entirely, even when assuming minimal admixture. Because you got to remember, they came up with the one drop rule for a reason. But you don't know that because you just know about what they told you. The Neanderthal and Denisovan lineages diverged before about 430,000 years ago. Now, look back up at the other date, though. It say from Africa into the Neanderthal gene around 270,000 years ago. So that's a migration because that's going into the Neanderthal genome around 270,000 years ago. Now look at the date what we just read. The Neanderthal and the Denisovan lineages diverged before 430,000 years ago. See the difference in the date? 270 to 430. A migration happened.
Listen, let me help you
That's
out.
an earlier time.
Let me help you out with what they're talking about with that
430,000 years ago.
Listen.
Listen, hold on, last sentence. And the Denisovan mtDNA was not affected by the introgression. You see this?
Yeah, but
so
see,
we say they don't
even
tell
know
us about nobody but Neanderthals, but we breaking down the Denisovan that didn't mix, so it wouldn't register with the haplogroup or the mtDNA that James is looking at. But he don't know this. He didn't know that African DNA replaced Neanderthal DNA, mtDNA.
Well, if I
So
didn't
they
know
only
that,
can read it from
I would be saying that all
Yeah.
Europeans are full Neanderthals. How about that?
When I told you it was a migration out of Africa,
See,
you
if I
said
didn't know
straight up,
that, I would be
and
saying
you
that they
would
was
let
full
me stop
Neanderthals. How
until
about
I
that?
pulled it up.
Babylon done.
All right, this was a good
Say
show.
what?
Yeah,
I
they
was
crazy,
watching in the
man.
room. I went and ate. Y'all was
Yeah,
getting
they
it in.
crazy,
Y'all
bro.
was holding it down. I gotta get ready to close it down because I want to get ready, get right in the morning. But I learned a lot, and I think James won this one. I can't front.
Yeah, right.
I mean, just because I went listening on my phone, just like I was watching Sonetta or something.
Oh yeah, you must have smoked the fat blood.
No,
You
I didn't
tripping.
get to. I'm about to go. That's why I'm rushing y'all off. No, I'm just playing. But nah, James was getting it in. So yeah, thanks for tapping in. I'll holler at y'all again in the morning. But I'm gonna get ready to go get in that good bed.
All
Appreciate
right, peace
y'all.
out,
That's
Smash.
what's up. Take it easy. Peace. Yeah, that was a good show. Y'all was getting it in, but James kind of proved his point. He brought out the PhD. Now I understand y'all say that's only one scholar, but I bet you we go looking, either we're gonna find people who oppose that view or more that agree. Thank y'all all the support again. Don't forget to get your fly new fit, cause right, you want to be clean, right? Right now, this is about as clean as you could get. We could even rock you one of these if just that's all you're trying to do. That's hella clean. Golly, I can't wait to come through. So we coming through clean for all my DNA crew. I thought about you too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we out of here.